Yo, I put it like wow, this that sound. These oaks don't work hard like me, I hope they know by now. Bayo Bab, stand my ground. Bro, these money trees go overseas like Percy Tau. I make sure you stay around, quiet when I'm under loud. No negatives allowed, me and positivity took a vow. I always play to win, don't anticipate loss. Mind always in the clown, my boy. Never think about the drop, never ever ever think about the drop.
Welcome to it, sports fans. It is the MKT Show. What an evening of football. There is so much happening. Hashtag 5-0 Senzo, as you can see, is what we have today. It's incredible stuff. The boys in the back, James Ilsley, he's now a 4:15 in the morning kind of guy. He's up early. He's obviously getting the creative juices going. He's wearing the flat peak cap today, is James, out here looking like a full-on douchebag. But he's doing what he does. Great graphicking, great sort of art directing, film directing, show directing. He's doing a lot of things. James has about 4 or 5 jobs at the same time. He's making it happen. He's got a great beard and a flat peak cap, which makes him look like a skater guy douchebag. As we can see there, white t-shirt, doesn't really care what anybody thinks of him. James Ilsley, the one and only. I mean, that's unbelievable. That's the guy we're dealing with. That's the guy who's got to run our show. And, it kind of makes you think, what's wrong with us for putting him in charge? But you don't deal with that at the moment. As you can see there, a man in a beanie in the middle of an African summer. His name is Senzo Setebe. Senzo, how you doing, pal?
Yeah, we're right.
Jeez,
it's all happening
everywhere
in the sporting world.
So you've chosen a beanie in Africa, huh?
It's cold, bro.
In October.
It's cold outside.
It's not that cold. Come on.
Oh, come on. Hey?
Leave
me alone.
All right, it's a sensitive time. Wow. Hashtag 5-0. Now, your thoughts on hashtags 5-0 Senzo. What do you think the guys in the back are?
They must lap it up. They must enjoy it.
How much longer do you think they can keep this energy up for? I mean, these guys, especially James, how much longer do you think?
For as long as Liverpool are number 1 on the log, and till the next time we play them.
What happens if Tottenham beat you guys? Oh my God.
Sure.
That's.
I don't even want to think about that.
I'm willing to give you what do you call it? Compassionate leave should that happen, because then it will be just the crocodiles will be out and it'll just be like chumming up.
I'll come through.
Will you?
Yeah, of course.
Face the music.
I have to.
James, does Tottenham win against Man United? Just give us a sneak peek. Well, what we'd be in for then? Enough said. You've said enough, James.
That's about it. Yeah.
I've heard enough. All right, today it's all happening. So much breaking news. I feel like it's good news for our show all the time.
Wow.
Honestly, Ronald Koeman, a man no longer with a job. That is incredible. Hey, prodigal son returned. They said, hey, get the hell out of here. We don't care. This isn't the Bible. Get the hell out of here. We don't care that you're one of the greatest players we've ever had. The same door you came in, get out there. Yes, you won us the Champions League as a player. Incredible free kick. Get out. We don't care about you. We can barely afford to pay for your coffee in the morning. We've leveraged ourselves to the hilt. Ronald Koeman, we'll talk about that. Xavi Hernandez is apparently in talks. We'll talk a little bit about that. The European sort of rankings for the top 10 clubs came out. I've got every question in the world about that. Social media. And then I'll tell you the similarities I see between Paul Pogba and Dele Alli. There are a lot of contrasts there. We'll talk about that and much, much more. Remember, if you're looking for the podcast, it's available at cliffcentral.com, the Cliff Central app, or wherever you get your podcast. It is the MKT Show. Otherwise, if you're joining us on YouTube and it's your first time, please make sure to hit subscribe. We're on our way to 1,000. So we're trying to get 1,000 in the next few days. And let's see where we end up by the end of the year. The MKT Show, we got plenty coming up. Breaking news galore on the other side. MKT Show. Don't be late for work and you can come for coffee with us. You know what I'm saying? If you're late for work, you can't come for coffee with the guys. For people who don't know what happened, and it's very difficult if you don't actually work here, I've just realized that only the people that work in the studio know what happened. Is that James and Senzo weren't here on time, so the rest of us...
I was here.
We treated them like lepers.
I was here.
We treated you guys like lepers.
I decided to remain.
No. We didn't see you on time, so you know what we treated you like? Like lepers.
I'm not a coffee drinker.
Okay, so it's fine. You don't want to hang out with us anyway, is what you're saying. You'd rather not hang out with us.
You try to flip it on me.
So you're saying, Ryan, Senzo says he doesn't want to hang out with you. Who cares? He doesn't care that he can come for coffee. Yeah, like, he doesn't want to hang out with us.
I think he's trying to avoid us anyway.
You reckon?
Well, I mean, this whole week.
Oh, come on.
Because of what's happened?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. What happened?
No, 5-0 loss. Hashtag.
Oh, sorry. I didn't... It was 5-0 there. Jeepers, that's a lot.
I mean, we just heard a previous colleague come through now saying we haven't heard from him in a while because United hasn't won in a while.
Yeah,
we're not seeing a lot of people.
Yeah, because he said now he's a father. By the way, a throwback to shout out to Shots, who's actually a brand new dad, a Man City fan, and he said he's not going to come here because he doesn't like conflict. Because as a father, he doesn't want to be creating those sorts of environments, negative environments. So Senzo, quite thoughtful from Shots. I don't know what you got to say.
Yeah, no. He's thinking about himself.
You reckon?
Yeah, he's protecting himself.
Who? Shots?
Yeah.
He's a Man City fan and he's protecting himself, and you guys lost 5-0. What do you mean?
Oh, well.
Are you saying you'd fire back at him and you'd hurt his feelings?
Retort, bro. I'd retort.
You'd have something to say, huh? Well, you're a brave man. Even after the previous 4 weeks, you still have stuff to say back. That's awesome. That's awesome.
Stand your ground. Keep the same energy.
All right. I like how you
back your boykies, bro.
Back your boykies. Whatever happened to back your boykies, huh? Was that's university rugby? Huh?
Yeah, varsity cup, bro.
So, hey, listen, that was a jaw, but back in
every Monday, but
yeah, no, listen.
Yes, bro.
We used to do it as well every Monday.
Were you skitting, eh?
But 20 past 7, you go down to the rugby field. Back your boykies.
And a jaw in the stands, eh?
Breaking news. Sky Sports. I'm not sure why Sky Sports can't fix their logo on social media.
With the white background.
Just everything about it. I mean, they're worth about $10 billion, the network alone. Forget about what they got in the background with that incredibly rich Australian guy who owns them and started them, Rupert Murdoch. But I mean, come on, you can have a better logo than that for your social media handles. But this news, David Henderson, the businessman who organized the flight that crashed, killing Emiliano Sala, has been found guilty at Cardiff Crown Court of endangering the safety of an aircraft. Good gracious.
And he's getting sentenced next month.
Good gracious. David Henderson, what have you done?
Yeah, he's in the mire.
So what does the story say there, Senzo?
Let me just click on the tab because everything is all happening here.
So, okay, so what's the story with that Emiliano Sala situation?
They said he messed with some sort of contraption like a seatbelt or something.
What?
Yeah, so he wasn't authorized to do something, and then one of the passengers was trapped or something, and then he didn't have authorization to tamper with. Yeah.
But wait, at the flight, or when are we talking about here? Are they saying before or after? We're going to have to look into that matter.
Full story.
Listen, that news broke as we started the show, so I mean, we haven't exactly got every single fact about it. That is incredible news. So what?
Yeah.
And now he's going to jail, this guy.
Yeah.
Blimey. Yeah, James, listen, that tells you, do not get in a plane with a rich footballer that you don't know, I guess is the lesson here.
I was going to make a joke, but it's poorly timed, so...
Well, I don't know. It was a year ago, so I'm pretty sure we can say it now. It was like a year ago. When was it?
But the man's dead.
Yeah, so is Jesus. Lots of people making jokes about him. Or is he dead, actually? That's... Maybe that's
Jesus.
Yeah, he's dead and not dead at the same time. Omnipresent. He is actually the table you're sitting at, and also not the table you're sitting at.
He is also our blood and not our blood.
Also, well, what's with the blood of Christ at churches? That's not right. I don't want to drink the blood of Christ. I mean, I don't go to church, but
it's so that you can become one with the Lord.
Because he died for our sins. So then, the new cup of the new and everlasting covenant.
And the body of Christ, what's up with that?
The bread.
Yeah.
It's a lot of carbs, if you ask me.
That's what I'm saying.
But it's wine. The blood of Christ wine. But also...
But what about the body of Christ? I'm saying every now and then...
it's like a wafer.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. What am I? Cannibal.
Wow.
I don't want to eat the body of Christ. What's going on there?
Okay,
we have to do church there.
Then don't.
Don't go to church.
But I'll tell you something. That communion wine...
Does it
Trust
slap?
me. The
Is
Lord,
it real wine or do they just give you grape juice?
It's real wine. It's the real stuff.
Why? I thought that
How? Come on, bruh.
No, but priests can't drink.
Huh?
It's supposed to be celibate and sober.
Yeah, the priest doesn't drink it.
No, although they do drink it. Listen, Catholic priest, well known for throwing it back.
That wine.
Does it slap? You think it's the good stuff? Where
Oh, obvious,
from
bruh.
Bethlehem.
Huh? Nazareth.
Nazareth, yeah. From the source, the fountain of... That's awesome. Okay, well, shout out to...
And remember Jesus' first recorded miracle?
Yeah, watered wine.
Yeah.
Although, not really, actually. Rib to human is probably Jesus' first miracle, because he is God at the same time and not. Rib to human, that is the true miracle. But anyway, let's move past Jesus. Shout out to him. Great selling book. It's a two-parter, it's a thriller, and it's still top in the charts.
Yeah, I don't know where... That other source was rubbish. So the actual story is that Henderson...
Yep.
The David Henderson, he couldn't fly the plane for Emiliano Sala.
Okay.
So then he asked Mr. Ibbotson to fly the plane as he was on holiday. Mr. Ibbotson regularly flew for Henderson, did not have a commercial pilot's license, a qualification to fly at night, and is rating to fly single-engine
Lord
plane.
But why is Salah in a cheap plane situation?
It's not a cheap plane situation. It's
No, but why is he not getting like a G6 with the pilot who flies Elon Musk? Like this is a footballer.
Us the owners of the two club.
That's what I'm saying. Like why is it a small time guy with who might have his daughter's bar mitzvah? You know what I mean? Like why is it not like a big official company? You know what I mean? The same one that would fly Kanye West Ye. And for black people there, it's not Ye Yuan. It's the guy's name is Ye. A lot of people might think I'm shouting at someone.
What's that private jet company?
Yeah, but so you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, like why is he not flying in the plane that would fly LeBron James?
Because he's not LeBron James.
But how much was that deal? Like, it was like a £30 million deal. That's
Yeah.
what- you would think, put a £30 million asset in a G6.
Honestly, like,
Like, not in a ragtag plane that your mate owns.
yeah.
And the
That's-
other guy who has to step up here, I don't know what's happening. What is his agent doing? What are we doing, pal?
Yeah.
What are we doing? And I mean, number one, I think and as James was saying, is that somebody's died here. It's very easy for people on the outside to look on and say, oh, just a footballer, a rich footballer and whatever. Is somebody's daughter, or somebody's son is dead forever.
And
Because
somebody
people
else
wanted to save £100,000.
yeah, and his family have to pick up the pieces and live with that.
And are getting no money from reports is they are not willing to pay them.
That's terrible, man.
They are not willing to pay like a severance package. By the way, also, there's a whole nother layer to the story, right? Is that, where was he on his way to again? Leicester, or what club was he?
I think he was on his way to Leicester, yeah.
Whatever club it is they're not willing to pay. No?
Yeah, because he crashed over the English Channel. The plane went down over the English Channel. And yeah.
This is rough.
So it says it took the jury of 7 men and 5 women 4.5 hours to convict Henderson, the aircraft operator, who the trial heard had arranged the flight with football agent Willie McKay.
He's got problems. Willie McKay's got, trust me, there are going to be problems. He will lose. He'll never sign a big play again because
They can't trust him, yeah.
That's cost cutting, bro. That's cost. He should have been flying on whatever the brand new G6
Gulfstream.
is. Whatever, I don't know what the next level private plane is. That's what he should have been on. It's a £30 million deal. Yeah.
But this guy's scum, eh?
Who's that? Henderson?
No, Willie McKay.
Oh, yeah?
He's scum.
What's the story?
Yeah, he was... So in June, football agent Willie McKay cleared of fraud charges.
Okay, so he's one of those guys.
Yeah.
So it's probably his plane that he rented to himself. I mean, listen, again, there, I'm just presuming, but everything about it stinks. Like the fact that he was in a small Hansi Cronje style plane.
Dude.
Is so weird considering the amounts.
Paragliding.
It's almost like buying a brand new, let's say 50,000 Rand 4K TV and transporting it on the highway on a bicycle. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Nothing about that can make sense. The whole thing stinks. And I am, worst of all, the parents. The parents are the losers. It's absolutely freaking terrible. All right, let's talk about another human being in one of the worst situations on Earth, on planet Earth. Barcelona are an institution, by the way. They exist and they claim they're about football more than a football club. Let me just tell you something that happened. That gentleman there, if you are watching on YouTube, is a guy called Ronald Koeman, who's no longer an employee for the second time, leaving Barcelona. First time round, he left a legend. This time round, he left a villain. And it makes no sense. Nothing about this club at the moment, and in fact for the last 3-4 years, has made sense. When they bought Philippe Coutinho for over £150 million, we knew something was funny, but we didn't know quite how deep and dark that hole was. But on this Ronald Koeman sacking, let me tell you something. I mean, I'm not old, but I'm starting to get there, right? I'm 35 now, so I've seen one or two things. At my age now, people are starting to get divorced and things are getting awkward. They're 2 kids in and they don't know where to live. 2 Christmases for the kids. It's awkward for everybody, right? Divorces are happening at my age. It's just the time we live in. But I said to a friend of mine after he was considering leaving his wife, because there was some other stuff happening, he wanted to leave his wife, and I said, never ever leave your wife for girlfriend material. If you're going to leave your wife, you must have the next wife material lined up. And I just know that personality. But in life, if you have a good girlfriend, if you have a good boyfriend, do not leave them unless you're leaving for husband or wife material. Let me just tell you right now, because it's going to be no better on the other side. All relationships are tough. Don't leave your wife for girlfriend material. And you know who generally leaves their wife for girlfriend material? Is people who think they are bigger and better than they are. People who think they are bigger and better than that. And it's usually guys, because guys have egos, right? And it's going to happen. They get, you know, after you start to get that second promotion, you get a slightly nicer Mercedes-Benz, blah, blah, blah. And then you start to get into yourself. And then before you know it, I need to upgrade my girlfriend and my wife as well. And guys start to get into themselves. Never leave your wife for girlfriend material. Barcelona folks think they're better than they are. What people don't realize is that the Ronaldinho into Leo Messi era has given Barcelona 4 of their 5 titles in the Champions League. Barcelona are not Real Madrid. They're not AC Milan. They're not Liverpool. They're not this deeply historic football club. Please don't make that mistake. They're a 90s dynasty onwards. Otherwise, they are not European royalty. They are not. Leo Messi, they caught the greatest player of all time, and it just so happened that he was the guy. That's all they caught. They caught the crest of that wave. Xavi Hernandez, Iniesta, and that era. But they are not Real Madrid. They are not Liverpool. They are not. They are not AC Milan. They do not belong in that conversation. They think they do, though. And what's just happened when they started to believe in themselves and they wanted to behave like they were the guy? They're not the guys. Folks, firing Ronald Koeman at this time is... it's new money vibes. This is how new money moves, right? They got to show you we've got money. They start to behave funny after that second promotion. Let me tell you something about this. It's going to be a catastrophe. And let me tell you why. You don't move on from this type of grown-up in your most tumultuous time in the history of the football club. Because really, Barcelona now need to accept something. They're the third club in Spain, right? Atletico Madrid, Real Madrid are going to dominate now. It's just what it is. Barcelona need to consolidate. And what you need is the football side to have a grown-up in the mix, right? Manchester United are seeing this now, that when you don't have a grown-up in the mix to take care of the rough times, what's going to happen? Man United are living it right now. Arsenal, go and ask Arsenal fans. Since Arsene Wenger left, they haven't had a grown-up in the change room. You need grown-ups when things are changing. Because you know what? Young people are emotional and they get into their egos and they don't know how to handle tough times because they've never been through it. There's a guy called Xavi Hernandez who's about to have a harsh lesson, and Frank Lampard had it, is that what you want to come into, right, when you're new, is a good culture and a good winning environment, especially at that level. Xavi is about to come into a mess. It's going to be hard enough to coach the football club. Now he's going to be taking care of political issues, Laporte's issues, and a club that's quite frankly not ready to compete for the best players. If you're a new coach and you don't have the best players, and you've got Diego Simeone to go against, and Carlo Ancelotti, how do you think that's going to go? Villarreal aren't going anywhere. Sevilla aren't going anywhere. Barcelona are going to struggle to make the top 4 this season, and it's going to be interesting to see if Xavi has everything about him to deal not only with the coaching side, because don't you think they won't turn against him? Ronald Koeman, who will never get his credit because he was a centre-back, but way ahead of his time, by the way. He could play holding mid and was a set-piece taker. So technically, he was your Dutch guy, one of the greatest centre-backs to ever play football, and certainly in the top 5 greatest centre-backs, and top 10 certainly players to have ever played in those colours. An all-timer, look how they're treating him. Xavi must think it is no different. I don't care that he's from there. This club will turn on you. And they are showing you, this is one of the greatest. This is one of their very own sons. This is one of the guys who put them on the map. Look how they've treated him. Xavi Hernandez said they don't do it.
Nah, you shouldn't. And yeah, Laporte says he's going to have talks with him. So
to do what?
It's this nostalgia thing. Because he knows the culture, he's been there, he's Mr. Barcelona.
What does that mean? You like, the nice thing about Koeman is you know that he's going to have that dressing room, whether they like him or not. It's
tight, yeah, because he looks like he's a hard man.
I mean, Everton didn't work because he's too much of a disciplinarian. All the guys sulked. That's why he had to go. The guy's too much of a disciplinarian. He's rigid, and you get, boy, oh boy. Holland didn't work. Too much disciplinarian.
Yeah, and those guys are really, really young.
And they need that. They need... Look, right now, Barcelona are moving wrong because they're thinking, we're Barcelona that's going to win. No, you're not. You're Barcelona that has to stabilize.
Yeah.
Xavi's not going to stabilize anything. He's never stabilized an environment.
The club is rotten.
It's bad, eh?
It's in tatters.
It's bad. It's bad because, you know what? I don't know why they're not looking at Arsenal and Man United, what you guys have gone through, you know, is especially when you lost Pep, right? It's been kind of...
Yeah, because the thing is, also Xavi hasn't done the hard yards.
I agree.
Sure.
And now...
So poison chalice.
It is, eh? It is. He hasn't done the hard yards, and now he has to not only come and coach, he has to now rebuild a culture at the same time. You know, part of Pep's winning, actually, as much as is that he already had the culture, because what did he have to do? Just bring in the B team guys. Sergio Busquets. Guys, we already remember what we did in the B team? Let's just do it here now.
Rijkaard's guys out. Let me usher in my new guys.
Yeah. Plus, we'll add Ludovic Jouli and.
We'll tweak this here and there.
But the culture,
Henri,
Yeah.
we don't really need you, but come play with us.
Yeah. Eto, you get out. We got David Villa. He already understands. But already, I got Puyol. He already had Gerard Piqué. And then he bought his B team. You remember, he bought Pedro with him, Sergio Busquets with him. And people said,
What is he doing?
And then he said, no, these guys already know me. We already.
Absolutely.
Because remember, the Barcelona B team was already smashing people in that Segunda division. And so he brought that culture with him and added the shiny things. Now, what's Xavi coming to now?
A mess, dog.
Like, who's the rock of the team now?
No, it's Busquets.
Come on.
Busquets and Piqué.
Come on.
And you know what the thing is? Guys, they should have stuck with Koeman because the thing is you've got Frankie... Look, that Barca team has still got bones. It's not a bad team.
Yeah.
It's like they can still do it. So you build around Frankie de Jong.
Yeah.
Because he's young, but he's got experience.
Yeah.
Then you sprinkle Bo Gavi, Bo Pedri.
Yeah.
And then you let it do its thing.
Yeah. And now, is Coutinho dead?
Now, Coutinho, he's kind of making a revival.
He's the guy, eh?
Yeah. Dembele is dead, though.
Is he injured again? Or what's his story?
He's
Playing
not
PlayStation?
serious.
Yeah.
He's not serious.
That's exactly what it is. Sergio Dest needs to finish that chance against Real Madrid. Did you watch the Clasico?
Yeah. I only saw Alaba's goal.
What a goal.
What a striker.
What a goal. That guy, I don't know what he's doing in Spain, though. He should be in the Premier League, eh? Like Man City need a left back.
Yeah.
Man City need a left back. Their left back is Zinchenko, and we know the other guy is about to get in serious trouble.
João Cancelo.
Well, Cancelo's meant to be a backup right back.
But he's playing centre back for Real Madrid.
Yeah, well, I mean, he was playing at Bayern Munich as well. But he's a left back. I mean, for Austria, he plays central midfield.
Yeah.
So it's absolutely incredible. All right. Speaking of which, a man who's never checked his grammar on Twitter ever. He actually lets a bot type it. Fabrizio, Fabrizio Romano is just incredible. How does he get these stories this quickly? Guy lives in Italy. He's already in Catalonia. On Twitter, Fabrizio Romano is saying, Barcelona will announce new interim coach. Then it's going to be Xavi. He has accepted Barcelona project after talking with President Laporte days ago. Still waiting contract termination process with Al Sadd. Hashtag FCB. Laporte will announce Xavi to the team today. So Koeman, this is even uglier because Koeman was fired days ago.
No.
Was he? Well, no, they're saying, James, let's get that tweet again. Because apparently they spoke days ago. When was Real Madrid?
On Sunday, yeah.
On Sunday. I mean, days ago could be, this is the problem with Fabrizio not actually...
So they're going to can him anyway.
That's what I'm saying.
Did you see what he did before he left? After last night's game?
Ronald Koeman? No, I didn't see
He
it.
looked at the pitch one more time.
See, it's...
Radamel Falcao, the man who got Ronald Koeman fired.
Oh, yeah?
He scored.
El Tigre, huh? This is so ugly. This is not the way to do it. And this is, you know why it's even uglier? It's Barcelona always say we're more than a football club. Like Real Madrid treating Xavi and Raul the way they did, it's almost expected. It's Real Madrid.
Business.
But Barcelona is supposed to be that club.
Yeah, that's...
They say we're more than a football club.
Yeah.
Or more than a club or whatever.
Yeah, more than a club, yeah.
What is this?
They're desperate.
What is this? I don't understand it, but can I make a call right now? They're not making top 4 this season. If there's one thing that cannot work is chaos does not win.
Do you know where they made a mistake? They shouldn't have fired Ernesto Valverde.
I totally agree.
He was doing okay.
I totally agree with you. But like, you know what? With Atletico Madrid, I can see what the plan is.
There's a clear plan.
And now the plan's coming together. Like now you can see
But sorry to cut you short, but also Real Madrid, guys. Ancelotti's up to something there.
No, but he's Ancelotti.
Quietly.
But he's Ancelotti, we know. Just give him 6 months, man.
Just let me show you how to tweak this thing.
I mean, he'll do absolutely incredible. Prince Gajeni.
Ndlovu.
says, reporting live from load shedding headquarters. First time live, amped for the show, guys. Feels like a World Cup final. Let's go, Prince. Let's go.
Philip is here.
Yonda says, hello, fellas. Welcome. Eventually seeing the stream. Jesus died at the age of 33. That is where the story should have ended. Now, Yonda, that's probably a good point. Once the main character dies, although it could be like Game of Thrones, where they make you think it's the main character, and then they kill off Edward Stark, and then from there, boy oh boy, they introduce White Walkers, and there's all sorts of things. So tough to know. Once you lose a carpenter, I guess it's not the end of the main story. You know what I'm saying? Is you can add other people.
Just get Bob the Builder.
Bob the Builder. Now that's Noah. That's excellent. That's excellent what you've done there. 2 by 2. Incredible stuff. Barcelona, a dead football club? Or am I just crazy? But like, who knows? Breaking news.
Xavi has reached a deal with Barcelona to become their new manager.
Wow. Okay, we'll keep talking about that on the other side. Xavi Hernandez has just committed what I believe is career suicide. It's going to be awesome. You know what? Burn it all down. Burn it all down is what Barcelona say. Is we're in the mire anyway. Let's take one of our greatest sons with us. Let's take him down right into the mire. We're going in the depths of hell. Xavi Hernandez, misery loves company. Let's bring our best player probably ever outside of Leo Messi. He's going to burn it down with us, damn it. What did they say? The captain has to go down with the ship.
Yeah.
Incredible.
The skipper.
Incredible news. All right. If you're joining us for the first time like Prince, please remember to subscribe. Click like. That's the thumb that's facing upwards to the sky. But do subscribe. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the bell. That'll give you the reminder that we're on. Hey, sometimes it's 12 o'clock. Sometimes you live in South Africa. And, electricity is like eating the body of Christ. It's a miracle. It's a miracle. We don't know when it's going to be on, when it's going to be off. So, hey, shout out to, who's the guy who parted the ocean, the sea?
Moses. That's the real guy in the Bible. You see, before Jesus...
He doesn't get enough shine, huh?
Bruh, freed the Israelites.
Yeah.
Saw the burning bush. Got the 10 Commandments.
Yeah.
And
who wrote the 10 Commandments in a time that people couldn't write?
No, God.
Oh, okay.
And then Moses saw them in the burning bush.
How did he read them, considering people couldn't read back then? Because people weren't literate back then. We know that. Ha! Hey, so but that's why it's a 2-part thriller, because all of the ugly stuff first, and then the second part, that's where people learn to read.
The first part, the Old Testament is the one.
That's where it slaps.
It slaps. Blockbusters.
Yeah, Second Testament is more.
It's about one guy.
Yeah, it's too soapy like.
It's about one guy,
and it's very nice. Died at 33. Story lives 2,000 years later.
So
all right.
You're older than Jesus Christ.
I've outlived Jesus by 2 years. Now, does that make me the Black Jesus? I don't know.
Wow.
No, I'm not saying it does, but I mean, if people are saying it. All right, the MKT Show promises to be less blasphemous on the other side, and we'll talk about, hey, in a similar vein, a prodigal son has been told, get the hell out of here. I believe it was Abraham, or someone was tested with his sons. Was it Abraham?
Father Abraham and many, yeah.
Well, someone was like, go and kill your sons, but then, hey, I was just kidding, God says at the end. I don't know if
Joseph's quote.
Was it Joseph?
Yeah, Joseph and his 12 brothers.
As he's about to kill his 2 sons, sacrifice his sons, God said, hey, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just gotcha. All right, we'll do that because Barcelona said, prodigal son, you get out. We got another one coming in. We sacrificed one. Maybe we'll sacrifice the other one because we can't even afford a coffee.
Sacrificial lamb.
Oh, boy. Sacrificial Xavi. All right, the MKT Show, plenty on the other side. Sacrificial lamb, Xavi. I mean, what is going on? What has happened on this planet?
Yeah, man.
What is going on? Am I the only one to be asking this?
Nah, you're not, bro.
I love it. It's good content for
I
us.
love it.
Yeah, I love it. I'd love it if Xavi got fired. Love it. Lulama Kawaga says, I'm reporting this MKT show to the Human Rights Commission for the harsh and inhumane treatment of Senzo wearing a Liverpool top. Now, we can quickly get into that, Senzo. A lot of people are on your side. I think James was hoping more people will be on his side. Just your thoughts on the empathy that you've been getting from, in fact, I would say widely on social media. Most people are going, no, guys, this is wrong. It ain't right. Blah, blah, blah. You know.
You guys have stripped me naked.
Yeah.
And you keep asking me, oh, are you naked? Oh, are you naked? Look how small your willy is. That's what they do.
But what do you think of the outpouring of support that you're getting?
Thank you very much, guys. Your support means a lot.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I'll be back. I need a Ronaldo hat-trick, then I'll be back to talking that talk.
That talk.
That smack.
Are we
That
back
breeze.
to that Ronaldo thing again?
Let's hear it, Ryan. What are you saying about Ronaldo?
I'm saying, are we back to that Ronaldo thing again?
I'm not sure. I mean, I don't want to speak for Senzo. He's a full-on grown-up. Are we saying Cristiano Ronaldo will ensure that Son, the biggest Asian football star in the world, doesn't... Dude, what happened? Okay, let's have a grown-up chat quick, Senzo. What happens if you lose to Spurs? You can't afford to lose to Spurs, eh? Okay, let's start here. What if it's 2-0? Like you lose 2-0 to Spurs? Hey, what are we saying there, Senzo? 2-0 Spurs, Park G... Or
Human
Son does his thing. Harry maybe gets...
Harry Kane.
Yeah, come on, Harry. His brother's obviously in the crowd, you know, going, yeah, Mum said die.
Come on, you Spurs.
Yeah. No, well, his brother's in... Charlie's like, hello, all right, Harry, thanks for the job.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks a lot for the job.
I don't know. I don't want to imagine that.
May I just ask, Senzo, would you be happy if Bruno Fernandes came in with 3?
Yeah, of course.
But then why is everybody Ronaldo? This is the whole reason why we... Well, James is taking the piss out of you this week.
Ryan, I kind of feel like I like what you've done there is you're sort of just saying it's James just in case things turn around for Chelsea or whatever. Is that, I mean, you've been a healthy part of giving Senzo heart palpitations as well.
I've been like James's assistant.
So what, in terms of dividing the amount of sort of crap you guys have given Senzo, how much percent would you take for that?
I don't know. James has pretty much got this down. James
so you'd say it's 100% on James?
Quite well. I mean, have a look at that.
So you're saying it's 100% on James. You've got nothing to do with it.
Well, I mean, I didn't make the bet. James and Senzo made the bets. That's about a 50-50.
Sure. No, look, that's a different story. I'm saying between the two of you guys have really piled on Senzo. You don't care about his mental health. What split would you give it to you guys? Because 100% of the blame is either with James or 50-50 between you and James. The pie is only being eaten by you guys. It's a hypothetical pie.
I don't know.
I'm okay with 100%.
100%. So you're happy to just stab Senzo in the back and turn that knife.
No, the thing is, right? The thing is,
Brutus.
and James will back me up on this.
Yeah.
The day United comes back,
Yes.
whether it be a Liverpool defeat or a Chelsea defeat, I guarantee you we will not stop hearing it. It'll be a 2, 3, 4 week festival. I'm telling you.
But it's kind of tough. And I mean, Senzo, I will ask you, as much as even if it is that, it's going to be so tough to overcome 5-0 at home to your rivals. You know what I mean? No matter
biggest
what.
rivals, yeah.
Even if you beat Liverpool 2-0 now at Anfield.
It's not the same.
So what you need to do is hope that you hammer Chelsea like 4 or 5.
But Chelsea aren't our rivals.
But that's what I'm saying. At least you'll have something over Ryan and me. You know, we can't keep. It's tough. It's terrible. Well, what's happened to Senzo? It's like you know, it's like his girlfriend broke up with him, and his best mate started dating his girlfriend, and he saw them like the next day at the shopping mall buying his favorite snacks.
You know, this loss, like, you know, the 6-1 at Tottenham.
Yeah.
Right. Even though it was Mourinho who came back to want us.
I got you.
Then do not made it okay because Liverpool caught 7 that day as well.
Yeah, to Aston Villa.
Yeah. So, but this.
Yeah, no, this is very, very different. This is almost like your best friend hooking up with your mom, you know? Like, it's kind of that. It's that bad. Like, imagine seeing your
Emmanuel Macron.
Oh, wow. Yeah. All is at the wheel. All is at the wheel. La, 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 la. All is at the wheel. La, 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 la. All is at the wheel. La, 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 la. All is at the wheel. All is at the wheel. La, 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 la.
Come on,
All
Senzo's
is at the
catchy.
wheel. All is at the wheel. La, 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 la. All is at the wheel. All is at the wheel. La, 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 la. All is at the wheel. All is at the wheel.
Are you finished or you done?
You know what I'm saying? Senzo. I'm just caught up in it, bro. Like, you know, when other people are into it, you know what it's like as a football fan, bro. It's hard. It's hard not to get caught up in the vibe.
Difficult, hard as a texture.
No, fair enough. I mean, you got better grammar than me, but,
No, I don't.
you know, Ollie's in.
Senzo, can I just remind you, tomorrow is Friday. That means one thing.
Yep.
The long lunch.
Well, yeah, that too, but you have
The long lunch.
It's going to be the longest lunch.
The long lunch.
Yes. The longest lunch. It's terrible, man. You guys are not good people in the back there. But James, shout out to you putting that song on because I did enjoy getting
You're having a
involved.
laugh.
The hashtag today is hashtag Senzo, hashtag 5-0 Senzo. I mean,
Do you know what the bad thing is? Bayern also caught 5 yesterday.
yes.
But no one, we went in Germany and no one's like staunch.
Yeah, no, it's tough. It's tough. I mean, Mia San Mia, that's a whole different story. They're still going to be top of the league. They're out of the German club.
I saw a meme. You know that Take 5 Uno?
Yes.
Yeah. They were showing the Gladbach guy throwing it to a Bayern guy.
Oh my gosh, that's terrible.
Looks so savage.
Yeah, no, it's going to happen. Listen, once your club lose 5-0, it's going to happen. Michael on the YouTube comments, which you can leave and we will read some of them. Michael says, I am not what one would call a sports fan, but that doesn't seem to matter when the vibe of the show is so up. Well done, guys. You make sport interesting. Shout out to you, Michael, for being... Listen, only... You know what they say about boring people? Only boring people get bored. So, Michael, perhaps you're an interesting person yourself. And that's why you find us interesting. So shout out to you and shout out to us, you know, making it happen.
And shout out to you.
Yeah.
Also, MKT didn't, and this is just me speaking now, but didn't you also just feel bad for United? Like, I had a feeling they were going to lose, but just like 5-0. That's literally exactly what you say. Put a knife in your back and twist.
Yeah, and then twist
Like,
it.
it was hard
pour
for me
vinegar on it.
as a Chelsea fan to watch a club that we used to compete with at such a high level fall to such a dramatic low.
It was pretty easy for me to watch, actually.
Sorry, what's that, James?
It was pretty easy for me to watch. I was okay with it.
Yeah, no problem. I probably
Yeah.
watched it 4 times this week. Just
Yeah.
What a bugger, huh? This guy. Hey, Senzo, I mean, wins it enough. But yeah, I mean, Ollie Alk says, Man United need Ten Hag. They should wait the season out with Ollie and focus on getting Ten Hag. Now, you know what? That's a really interesting sort of proposition for Ten Hag. And I think he needs to be very careful where he goes because he's obviously got the kind of Mourinho hype now, you know, and what I think he must be careful of as well, and I think it's the mistake Xavi has made, is that where he goes next, you know where is actually perfect for him? Man City's perfect for him. Because it's ready to win. You know, he moves into in that, it's basically you moving into a cocoon and you're just, hey, that train's flying already.
Yeah.
Maybe even Liverpool.
Visionary.
Jurgen will leave a winning culture, even if it's an aging squad. He'll leave that excellence on the ground, you know. And they've got nice new kids that coming through at Liverpool.
Yeah.
You know, they've got Trent, so he's going to be in
Yeah.
the culture. The keeper's going to be Alisson's going to be around forever. Hopefully, he doesn't catch that flu where he's passing the ball to the other team. You still got Alexander, who was it? Oxlade-Chamberlain in the
Yeah.
midfield. Joey Gomez. So
Yeah.
there's a nice new core. Jones. They're learning from winners now. Ten Hag, I would consider those two
Yeah.
because Jurgen won't last forever.
Because Jurgen, like, you know, for me, what I enjoy, you know, Man City's style of football, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
But not everybody can execute. Liverpool don't do actually anything special.
No.
It's just that they're relentless. And they play the game at a rapid
Pace, yeah.
pace.
Yeah.
It's blitzkrieg.
It is Blitzkrieg, but I mean, it's not the real Blitzkrieg. That was a whole different thing. But it is heavy metal football with high, I mean,
It's intense.
in the top 10 in world football, they have 2 of them in the same setup. You know, in Sadio Mane and And I mean, you might even
Mo
say in the
Salah.
top 15, I would put Bobby Firmino in there because
Bobby,
he
like,
gives you so
I was
much.
telling James yesterday, Bobby's the brains behind the operation.
He gives you so much.
He's such an intelligent footballer.
He's and also, you know where he's incredible? He's got world-class ability, but that's not his biggest trait. His work ethic.
His work rate, dude. Did you see him against Atletico?
Oh, he's insane. You know who he reminds me of? He's their Bernardo Silva.
Yeah.
Like, I've got the technical stuff, but I will outwork anybody. And when you've got, it's almost like LeBron James. When you've got a guy like with that talent level,
And IQ.
and then you're going to
He
outwork
gets
everyone.
it. He gets it.
People can fight me for this, but Firmino has been, and I think is, one of the best false nine strikers.
False
in the
nine
world.
/ trequartista.
No, he's one of the best players in the world. And I don't think you can deny that. And
Yeah.
But because he's not getting 30 a season,
Yeah.
But he's the brains behind the operation.
he's a quality act. And you know what happens when you have that is that now Mo Salah doesn't need to chase back, which is why Salah can be so effective, is because I'm saving my energy. Most of my work is I'm one-on-one with your defender. Sadio Mane now doesn't need to chase back.
Dude, that Liverpool spy ninja.
Yeah.
Bobby.
Yeah.
And then it was Van Helden. Then it was Van Dijk.
Yeah.
They just go here. Don't worry about that. Mop up here. And then there's Alisson, who's one hell of a keeper.
He is.
I had him at Roma.
No, he's one hell of a keeper.
That Atletico Madrid game, he was man of the match.
No, he's it's unbelievable. Tracy Bart says, even if you're not on YouTube, this is what some of the most electrifying stuff you've ever seen. Tracy Bart says, for Manchester United, even one hag would suffice right now. They don't need 10 hag, they need even one hag would suffice. That's electric. Now that's big time content. All right, listen, Man United, you just got to love it. It's a better place when they are terrible for everyone. I mean, obviously, I'm a big-time reporter. I stay neutral. But that face over there, Senzo Stebe, let's maybe just get one more look at that face. A sullen face. A man who's now given a thumbs up. He's doing that thing that guys do. It's like it's all right while his house is on fire. But
Listen,
let's hear it.
every dog has its day.
Yes, you're right.
And Liverpool fans had to go through it.
Yeah.
We went through it before, but I wasn't born yet.
Yeah.
Arsenal are going through it now.
Yeah.
Enjoy it, Chelsea.
We bloody well. It's been 20 great years. Shout out to the Mensch of all Menches. It was his birthday the other day. The greatest sports owner, I think, in the history of sport in Roman Abramovich. Absolutely love that man. Fabrizio Romano, once again, whips out his phone and he's typing in his pocket. He's typing by feel. He doesn't even look at his grammar. He says, official and confirmed, Sergi Barjuan is the new Barcelona interim coach.
Ball one.
Yeah, there isn't only Juan Mata. There's Barjuan as well. Sergi Barjuan is the new Barcelona interim coach. Juan Laporte will introduce Sergi to the team today. #FCB waiting for Xavi Hernandez to be the new manager as soon as possible. Once the agreement with Al Sadd will be completed. Now,
But it's already completed.
it's important to know as well, Xavi Hernandez putting in a clause with Al Sadd saying if Barcelona come, they don't have to pay a compensation fee, which is a good thing because as we know, Barcelona right now can barely afford to pay the guy who cuts the grass, never mind pay for a coach to come all the way from a place with all the oil in the world. So probably a good one to have in there. Maybe Xavi knew that actually they were running their books like Eskom are, and they are
just
so
cooking
broke.
them.
Just cooking all of them, eh?
Cooking them.
Like
I mean,
Barcelona's
you-
accountants just lived in the kitchen, constantly cooking, like putting the books in a pot.
Let's just write it off.
You can't cook without electricity. So,
Who's that? Barcelona and South Africa.
Gas, my man.
well, yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, so that's a lie. Yeah. What about gas
Gas.
stoves? People have gas
What about a
stoves.
braai?
Guys, it was a joke. Everyone relax.
Well, it wasn't very good.
Yeah.
It wasn't very good. Sorry, James, if you're going to make jokes, you got to have feedback. You know what I mean? Like yesterday, for those who didn't listen to the podcast yesterday, you can get the podcast, cliffcentral.com, the Cliff Central app, or wherever you get your podcasts. I thought I made some great puns, and James was having none of it. So I took the feedback.
Yesterday we were very punny though.
Yeah, very punny, but James didn't like, I'd say, 90%, hey, James, of my puns yesterday, you were saying,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I liked most of them.
No, you liked some of them, but I mean, those you didn't like, you made it very clear you hated them. Which is fair, by the way. Like, I can't be this harsh on you. I think you were right. Some of them weren't great. And I think that's fair, James. I don't know what your thoughts are.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, You know, you've also got to take the feedback was your joke was terrible. It's maybe the worst thing I've ever heard, you know?
Your joke was a joke.
Yeah, you're a joke.
I did run through the joke 5 times in my head.
Oh, really?
5 times in my head.
You're an idiot, bro.
5 times in my head.
I see what he's doing here.
He's inceptioning me.
Are you saying 4-0? And was it 4-0 at half time? And then did anybody get sent off? Or was that just... Oh.
Paddy Power's a savage.
Is that Senzo just wants to get away from this?
No, it's partly to do with Man United.
Paddy Power are savage. I mean, their social media is incredible. What have they got to say?
Man United have given Barcelona permission to speak to Ole Gunnar Solskjaer.
You know what? Social media, for all of its negatives, I mean, it's a savage place. And I love social media. I want to be clear. Like, it's quite easy for me because I'm not really a sensitive person. Hey, for some people, stay off social media. It'll break you. But for me, in terms of memes and how funny and creative people are, I mean, Paddy Power, by the way, if you're not following their account, the British Paddy Power account is the most savage, hilarious thing in the history of
those jokes are unhinged.
It's out of hand, huh?
It's diabolical.
All right, speaking of diabolical, UEFA, which is also an organization that sold all of football, obviously, to Qatar. I mean, that's going to happen, right? There's lots of money. Michel Platini, one of the greatest players of all time. Hey, I need a villa, plus I need $1 million, plus I need a nice watch. Let me also get Jerome Falker in, who looks like a librarian nerd guy, who's a programmer as well at the same time with his glasses and tall, sort of weird. I don't know if he was wearing a wig, but anyway, that's Jerome Falker for you. Is let's just sell all of football to Qatar. Those guys, they work for a place called UEFA, and UEFA have done the most ridiculous thing I think I've ever seen. All right, Jimbo, give me those top 10 ratings for the clubs. Senzo, have you seen this? All right, we'll take it from number 10.
Yeah, I saw these the other day. I was also
okay. So, in fact, James, give us the rules. So they are actually. I was like, how did they come up with this? I want to know how they came up.
But
with
it's like the world rankings.
No, but this has rules on the UEFA website. So for those who don't know, the writing is tiny. I thought I'd be able to see it, but it's okay. How to read the coefficients? The club coefficients are based on the results of clubs competing in the 5 previous seasons of the UEFA Champions League, Europa League, and Europa Conference League. Not sure why they're including that. That's only started this season. But okay, that's called future-proofing. The rankings determine the seeding of each club in relevant UEFA competition draws, right? That's a whole other thing. The season club coefficients are based on the results of the clubs competing in the current UEFA Champions League, UEFA Europa League, and Europa Conference, blah, blah, blah. The rankings combined with those of the previous 4 seasons determine the seeding for each club in UEFA competition draws. Okay, that's its own thing.
Yeah.
Now, the coefficient calculation. Clubs' coefficients are determined either the sum of all points won in previous five years or the association coefficient over the same period, whichever is the higher, right? These will be updated after each round of UEFA club competition matches. All right, now, Jimbo, let's go. All right, let's go to the Europa League last 5 years. These are all the finals from the Europa League last 5 years, just before we get to the actual rankings. Now, these are the Europa League finals that have been. Manchester United beat Ajax in 16-17. The next year, Atletico Madrid won 3-0 against Marseille. The next year, Chelsea won 4-1 against Arsenal. The next year, Sevilla, of course, the Sevilla tournament, they beat Inter Milan.
The Sevilla Cup.
And then, of course, David De Gea missing a penalty against Villarreal, as they say, last year. So now...
Last season.
Last season. So now, those are the last 5 years, right? So let's go to
5 seasons.
5 seasons, excuse me. Let's go to the Champions League, last 5 Champions League finals. Real Madrid beating Juventus. Real Madrid the very next year, of course, beating Liverpool. The next year, Liverpool have been given the most ridiculous penalty I've ever seen in my life.
Dude.
Not too sure what happened there. Either way, that is this looks a little bit like 6 years, if I'm counting correctly here. Am I counting wrong?
No, it's 5.
It is 5. And
5 seasons.
Munchen obviously beating Paris Saint-Germain 2 years ago, and then Chelsea beating Man City last season. So those are the last 10 seasons, essentially, including Europa and UEFA League. Now let's go to the top 10 rankings here, James. These make absolutely no sense now that I've read the rules and I've seen the finals.
But doesn't your European coefficient also have to do with the strength of your league?
It does, but okay, so let's start at number 10, Atletico Madrid, right? Number
Too
9,
low.
Manchester United.
Listen, look, we can't be above Atletico Madrid.
Okay, at number 8, Juventus. Number 7, Real Madrid. So in the last 5 years, Real Madrid have won the Champions League twice.
But they're 7th.
Okay. PSG in 6th. Never won anything. Barcelona in 5th.
How?
And that's not how black people say how. That's how. With a W. Number 4, Chelsea, who are the current champions of Europe.
Current holders.
And won the Europa League 3 seasons ago.
Yeah.
Man City, who have never won, in fact, lost.
Always the bridesmaid.
They lost to Chelsea. They lost in the Champions League final, and have never won a European title.
And they lowered than Chelsea on the log this season.
Bayern Munich.
That I can understand though.
Why? When there was so James, give us the last time the Champions League. Give me the Champions League last 5 seasons.
Before I do that, you skipped your thoughts on Liverpool.
I feel like they did that on purpose.
Yeah, I don't know what Liverpool are doing there either, because they won the Champions League 18 years ago. How long ago was that?
Like 2 years ago, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, let's have a look. I mean, we don't have to guess.
2 years. So they got to a final, lost to Madrid, and then they redeemed themselves the year after.
Okay, so let's have a look. 3 seasons ago, they beat Tottenham in the final, and then where they beat
2 finals in a row and won one of them.
Chelsea. Here's what I don't understand. Chelsea won the Europa League and won the Champions League recently, and are lower than Liverpool. Talk to me about that. Chelsea are the champions of Europe.
Current.
It's so nice to hear Senzo say that.
And they top of the league. They top of the...
And they're Super Cup holders.
And they won the...
But, okay, wait, so how often... this may have been addressed just now, but how often is this list updated? Is it like an every 5 years thing, or because
no,
if it is, then it's kind of understandable?
No, they're taking results over the last 5 years to get the points rating, right? 5 seasons to kind of correlate this. But then it makes no sense, because when was the last time Bayern Munich did anything in Europe? When was Hansi Flick?
The season before last.
Was that 2 years ago?
Didn't Bayern win the Champions League?
Well, we actually have the graphic. I mean, we can just switch to it.
Before Chelsea.
Yeah, that was Hansi Flick, right?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
That's when they did the treble. What I'm saying is, if we take in the last 5 years into account, Liverpool can't be above Chelsea. Chelsea won the Europa League and won the Champions League.
But Liverpool have made deeper runs in the Champions League.
But does that matter?
It has to matter. That's the only logic. That's the only way that I'm thinking about it.
I didn't hear what Senzo said. Liverpool have done what?
They've made deeper runs in terms of getting to the final twice in the last 5 years.
And the latter stages, like semis and stuff like that.
But should you not get... I mean, I think it's 20 points for winning it. I don't understand this list. So Bayern Munich... are Bayern Munich more impressive for having just won the Champions League, right, in the last 5 years, than Chelsea winning the Europa League and the Champions League? So I'm saying that. Also, in the last 5 years, Real Madrid have won this twice. If we're using the... how can Liverpool be above Real Madrid?
And Real Madrid were coming off a three-peat, dude.
Guys, we're brushing over something huge here.
What's the story?
Barcelona Football Club.
Yeah, 5th. How are they 5th?
They haven't been in the final in the last 5 years.
And they got
8-2. They lost 8-2 to him. Maybe that's what's happening there. Is Barcelona lost?
Nah, whoever made this list is clearly from Catalonia.
Laporte is in there, hey? Part of the loan that they just got is, guys, we got to pay to get up the rankings. All right, for those who don't know, Atletico Madrid are at number 10. Makes no sense. But, okay, Man United, apparently, who won the Europa League 5 years ago, are the 9th best team. They're better than Atletico Madrid, according to the points rating.
Juventus!
How are United? United have been, in the last 8 seasons, they've played 5 seasons in the Europa League. Atletico Madrid have been making, like, last 16 in the Champions League.
And quarterfinals and stuff.
Consistently over the last 5 years.
And they won the Europa League. Over the last 5 seasons, they've got a Europa League title.
So I understand that the league coefficient might be where Man United are winning, but what are Juventus doing lower than PSG?
No, but if the league coefficient matters, then Chelsea should be ranked first.
What about Munich doing that? But how...
Super Bayern, hey.
Barcelona haven't made the Champions League in the final in the last 5 seasons. Why are they 5th? Explain to me how All right, the list is Atletico Madrid at 10, Man United at 9, at 8, Juventus, at 7, Real Madrid, at number 6, PSG, at number 5, Barcelona Football Club, who couldn't afford a cup of coffee, at number 4, Chelsea, who are the current European champions, at number 3, Liverpool Football Club, who haven't done anything in 2 seasons, at number 2, Man City, who lost to Chelsea in the final, at number 1, Hansi Flick's victory, obviously carrying over now, spilling over. They just love Hansi Flick because he's pretty buff for a coach. And he's just taken over from Jogi Löw. Like, what else is the reason for Bayern Munich being first? Like, I'm not saying Chelsea should be first, but come on. Why are Man City above Chelsea? I don't understand that.
Why are Man City above Liverpool?
Why are Liverpool above Chelsea? Why are Barcelona fifth?
PSG, dude. Well, PSG are kind of right.
Real Madrid have won the Champions League twice in the last 5 years.
And they were coming off a three-peat.
Guys, you know
Why am I seeing Barcelona 2 places above Real Madrid?
Do you know what I think we should do? I mean, should have done, is
Yep.
realize that football was broken a very long time ago. And I'll tell you why. Because Belgium is still ranked number 1 in the world.
Are you kidding me?
Yes, Belgium, then it's Brazil.
Dude, all of these rankings in
They don't make
football,
sense.
none of them, bro.
They don't make
None
sense.
of them make sense, dude.
Wait, Belgium are number 1 in the world?
Yes. Then
They have
Brazil
been
number 2.
for almost like 2.5 years.
Where's Italy?
Italy's like,
I think they're like 8th or something, if I'm
Wait.
not mistaken.
Wait a minute, man.
I'm
What do you mean? What do you mean Belgium are first in the world?
they are.
Dude, they're the number 1 footballing nation in the world. I promise you.
But do you think so? One about
Belgium 1,
Yeah.
Brazil 2, France 3. Waiting for this list to load again.
How are France third?
I don't
They
understand.
just
No.
won the Nations League, bro.
But they're world champions.
That too. How are they third?
Okay,
No, hold on.
So France 3,
Yeah.
England 4,
What?
Excuse me?
Portugal 5,
Oh my God.
Spain 6,
Hey, bro.
Spain 6.
Argentina 7, Uruguay 8, Mexico 9, Italy 10.
No, wait. Hold on. Wait.
I've
Let's-
triggered him.
Okay. Talk to me about this. Brazil are where?
Third.
Okay.
Third in the world. So they're the first South America team,
Yeah.
right? I just watched Argentina win the Copa America, didn't I?
Yep.
Yes.
Oh,
No, France are 2, sorry.
so France are second.
Yeah.
Why? When was the World Cup was 3 years ago?
Dude.
No, but so they're the current champions,
Of what?
The world.
the world.
Yes, I get that, but there's also, hey, hi, Euros just happened. Like, that also counts in world
Yeah.
rankings. Where's Italy?
Yeah. So where I was gonna go with that is, France are the current world champions.
Got you.
So them being second is
And they just won the Nations League.
yeah. So them being second is more understandable than Belgium, who hasn't won anything. Being
England's
first.
ranking also makes sense, though.
Why?
How?
They got to World Cup semi-final, right?
Got you.
Okay.
And then they got to a Euro final.
Italy won the whole thing.
Yes, I know. I'm not disagreeing with you, but I'm saying England's ranking.
No. How are England above Argentina?
How Brazil above Argentina?
So now, wait. I can hear Brazil. England getting there isn't enough.
You must
Sure.
finish the job.
No, because then what you're saying, I'm saying if your logic tells me the France thing makes even less sense then. Because what should happen is Italy, who have been incredibly consistent,
Should be top 3
or should at least be the top European team.
team. Yeah, exactly.
If we're going off France are the world champions, that's why they're there. Okay, where's Italy for what they've done?
And why is Belgium above everybody?
What's the point of all of this? Like, you know what, I should just...
Guys, Mexico are above Italy
Where?
in the world rankings.
Okay.
And Italy didn't they go for like 37 undefeated?
You know what? I know what's happening here. Guys, we're too much in our fields. We're thinking too logically. UEFA cannot stand the fact that Armani wouldn't sponsor them, and it's Mancini's fault. It's Mancini's fault for looking so
Overregulating.
dapper. Yes. Because you know people hate good-looking people. Who's the other guy? The guy with the... Yes, the guy with the
The
glasses.
boss.
Yeah. That guy, I forget what his name is. That
Who
guy...
is?
It's Armani's fault. If Armani would just sponsor UEFA, right, and help them lose weight, maybe we get Brad Phillips to go
and they get the suit like trimmed, tailored.
That's what I'm saying. It's Armani's fault. Did you see how crisp Mancini's white shirt was at the Euro?
No sweat, boy.
Nothing. It's actually rejecting the sweat back into his body. That's what UEFA
He's saying, listen, my guys behind me, they'll wear the suits. Let me show you what this shirt does. And none of this thing of unbuttoning the top.
No. The Armani shirt is like will.i.am's mask that Ryan wanted to buy, which costs a small fortune, where it breathes for you.
Yeah.
That's what it is. It's not about football. Don't over-swagulate, as Swinzer said.
No. But that's why Italy won.
It's fantastic, Honor.
You look good. You
right.
feel good. You.
Yeah, hey, you know what they say? Look good, feel good. Feel good, play good. Play good, pay good. That's what they say. Shout out Mancini. Just read those rankings again as we go into the break. Start from 10.
10 Italy.
Yes.
9 Mexico. 8 Uruguay. 7 Argentina. 6 Spain. 5 Portugal. 4 England. 3 Brazil. 2 France. 1 Belgique.
None of it makes sense. Uruguay are above Italy.
Mexico are above Italy.
All right.
Luchadors.
This is madness. All right, you know what? I need a break. This is not a safe space anymore. This is ridiculous. This is completely ridiculous. I'm off. Mental. This
Asinine. Do you know what these rankings are? They boulder dash.
Asinine is the term. It's absolutely ridiculous. I mean, what world are we living in?
It's diabolical.
Do these people take me seriously? I care about football. I mean, maybe I'm just, I'm going to move to a permaculture farm. That's what I'm going to do and become a vegan. That's what I'm going to do. I'm never wearing shoes again. This is the MKT Show. Happy wife, happy life.
No lies.
I ain't lying.
Facts.
Those applause you will hear, I'm not sure if you're picking it up, is the only married man on the set. A guy called Welcome Zwane, who we believe lives here. He says he does have a wife. His Instagram photo is him and his beautiful family. But perhaps he's holding... Now we do need to ask Welcome, whose baby is that? You know, whose baby is he holding? Because I don't think Welcome has ever left this building. I don't know when he would have had time to find a wife. And also I found out today, Welcome Uyishangan.
Yeah, well.
I didn't realize that. So we really do have excellent diversity in this. Hey,
fantastic.
We've got, very bravely, we do have 2 Zulus in here. We've got one Xhosa and / Venda with me, / Pedi with me, / Khoisan with me. We've got maybe the worst representation of Afrikaans in James, and he's also British on the other side. We've got Ryan, who's 1/4 Jewish, and from the West Rand, which really could be anything. We don't know what's happening there in that whole area. And then Welcome Uyishangan. I mean, up north, and he's Tonga, Shangane. He's doing all of the things. So there's Welcome there, the one and only
Mr. Zwane.
Yeah, Ishangane.
Hey, look at that hairline trim.
No, fantastic. I mean, Welcome's probably the only grown up in here. You know, you never need to tell Welcome what to do. He'll do everything.
Because he's responsible for 2 other people's lives.
He's a grown man. That's why he was clapping when I said happy wife, happy life.
Big boy puns. Big man things.
Big man. He's got the facilities for
that big man.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, bruv.
Because that, ladies and gentlemen, that is a man who is relentless. Hey, the Welcome is just relentless, always working.
You know, when you walk in, you see me, he looks like he's DJing.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, no, I'm learning this new sound thing.
Yes. No, he's on it. Well, Welcome is on it. That is a man who does have a wife, so he understood.
A family.
Happy wife, happy life.
Happy.
Yeah, that's smart. He's a smart man. Like what Welcome knows, right? I wish more guys could understand what Welcome and other people who manage to marry people understand. You know, he's
stable.
It's simple. Because guys think, you know, when you're in a relationship with a lady is, I also want to be happy. No. Your job
You've surrendered your happiness.
Happy wife, happy life. If you want to be happy, focus on her happiness. Whatever's left over, the cornucopia will spill over to you. You might get the drops. You know what I mean? But guys get into themselves too much. I want to be happy, bro. What about me, bro? I want to go out with the boys. Oh, my goodness.
Then she takes half.
You know what? You know, a lady I know she talked that talk. She says, the reason your lady cheats on you is that guys don't realize this. And I don't know whether it's true or not. A lady told me this. And I agree with her, but I'm not saying she's right. Mm-hmm. I'm saying I agree with what she's saying. She said to me, no, the reason ladies cheat on you is that unmet needs will be met.
Amen.
So...
Gospel.
Yeah, I'm saying, my man.
That's true, though.
So, hey, don't quote me on that one. I'm just telling you what was told to me.
You're paraphrasing.
No, don't shoot the messenger. So, unmet needs...
That's journalism. You're just reporting the news.
You know what I mean? I'm not trying to be the news. Speaking of, let's go to some news. Social media is ablaze today. Senzo, what do you got for us in the socials?
First and foremost, this story also just broke. So the Brazilian Supreme Court of Justice has ordered FIFA to pay 100 million euros to Pablo Silva and Hein Allemann, the inventors of the spray foam. A payment was originally agreed in 2014 with Sepp Blatter for the patent, but they never received the fee.
What?
Yeah.
Did you say 100 million US dollars?
Euros, bro.
This is incredible. 100 million. So Sepp Blatter had agreed for a patent to pay these guys 100 million. So Sepp Blatter was a scum, huh?
Crook.
Do you know how much 100 million euros is?
That's generational money.
I'm gobsmacked. I'm gobsmacked at this fact. So wait, the Supreme... But now, hold on. I'm saying it like they've got the money. Because now they need to try and get that money out of FIFA. And if there's one thing FIFA does brilliantly, I mean, look how long they dragged out the Sepp Blatter thing for. Because now they're going to need to go to, Lucerne to see them, and their Zurich offices.
Zurich, yeah.
And they're going to have to go to Lucerne.
Lucerne, yeah.
And then they've got those third offices, by the way. My mother used to work near them in Geneva. On the lake. Like the FIFA offices are
on Lake Geneva?
No, they like Jesus on the lake. And there's nothing. They are unbelievable. And that's their third headquarters. Yeah. But so I've been to the official head offices, the Luzerne offices, tennis court complexes. It's so wild, that FIFA complex. The Brazilian, what's his name? Pablo Silva, Hein Alemange. I hope I'm saying that correctly.
Yeah.
I'm not very Portuguese, so I don't know how to say it. But those people are going to have to take a little trip and go and meet some Swiss lawyers.
Some sharks.
What you got, about 5 years? Because FIFA are going to stretch this out.
Oh, because this was ruled in Brazil.
That's what I'm saying. Is this does not necessarily mean that they're going to get it.
Yeah.
What it means is all it means is that the Brazilian Supreme Court are saying it. Now, I'm not an expert on
There's
law.
a fight.
I'll tell you what, we're going to get one of the top legal lawyers in the world. We'll get him on to explain this. He must expect my phone call straight after this show, because I will call him Farai Razano. If you don't know who I'm talking about, Farai Razano will answer this for us, because now there's big stuff on the $100 million.
Euros.
So the Brazilian Supreme Court of Justice has ordered FIFA to pay 100 million euros to Pablo Silva and Heine Alamange Magne, the inventors of the spray foam. A payment was originally agreed in 2014 with Sepp Blatter for the patent, but they never received the fee.
They're going to avoid that contract. They're not going to get their money.
If FIFA does something brilliantly, it's this. It's like now they say, all right, come to the big house.
Where's Sepp? Where's Sepp Blatter? Where's Sepp?
Because you remember what had to happen for them to get caught in terms of Platini and these guys is that the FBI had to come from America and come to...
And say, hold on.
The FBI had to come over to catch Sepp Blatter. The
FBI.
Listen, I live in Africa. From what I've heard about Brazil, it's a mess. I don't know if Brazil have the facilities, big man, to be sending their Bureau of Investigation over to sort this out. You know, the FBI are like it's tough for me to explain unless you have a black mother, right? Black moms, if you're at home, they don't just come to the kitchen to make their own tea. You can be sleeping, deep sleep.
Hey.
Mbulelo.
Ngalti.
Yeah, Ngalti. And she's
in the dining room.
She might even be sitting in the kitchen. The FBI are like black mothers. They don't just get out of bed, just.
They're all different.
They're all different. For them to leave America to go to Switzerland, you must know
that it's on for real.
So now we know how big it is.
Yeah, because not even the government of the United States tells the FBI what to do.
And now you think Brazil are going to send their Bureau of Investigation to go, chaps, there's two guys who invented that spray thing. There's no way. There's no way that you know what they'll see? 10 million max. Because you know what they'll do? They'll squeeze them, stretch them out, make the case too expensive.
Legal fees, hey.
You know what I mean? Turn it into a sort of 5 million euro case, right? And then after that, just for PR, you know what they'll do? We've settled out of court.
Here's a fiver.
Here's a 10 million. Go home, man. Go back to Brazil. And no need for you to ever come back to Switzerland.
Come on, guys. Come on.
Fellas.
Come on.
Und come on, as they might say in Zurich. I don't know what come on is in German, but I'd imagine they'd say that. You know, a little bit of Swiss German.
It's not Kumetse.
I don't know.
It is Kumetse.
Is it?
Yeah, because Roger Federer says it all the time.
Yeah, Roger Federer should speak more Afrikaans. Roger Federer probably speaks better Afrikaans than you, James. Have you heard his mom? Your mom and his mom
She's
probably
from
sound the
Kempton
same.
Park.
Have you? I don't know if you've heard Roger Federer's mom speak there, Jimbo.
I do know she is South African.
She's from Kempton Park.
Very Afrikaans,
by
by the way.
her speak though.
Lynette.
What's her original surname? She's from Kempton Park. I mean, James, you can identify with that sort of vibe. Does your mom have the sort of Afrikaans accent? Is she full on Afrikaans like Macy?
Well, I mean, yeah, but she doesn't have the accent.
But have you heard Roger Federer's mom? She's Mariki Afrikaans, like proper.
Like for real?
Yeah, like where your girlfriend lives, kind of Afrikaans. Like proper. So shout out to Roger Federer never speaking Afrikaans. He's kind of like James. So James, you and Roger Federer have a lot in common. You both can't speak Afrikaans.
Oh, I thought you were going to say you both have South African mothers.
That's two things. Yeah, actually, you're right. You both can't speak Afrikaans.
That being said, I also have something in common with Charlize Theron then.
No, she's just South African. Charlize Theron.
Oh yeah, no, she is just South African.
Yeah. So a little bit less with her.
What about Elon Musk?
Not an Afrikaans guy. I mean, from Pretoria. A little bit racist from you to just think everyone from Pretoria is Afrikaans.
Trevor Noah and Roger Federer, same WhatsApp group.
What they both have Afrikaans mothers.
South African mom, Swiss dad.
Yeah.
Less Afrikaans though on Trevor's side. A little more chocolatey.
Gotta like that Swiss chocolate, huh?
Yeah, and hey, listen, the Swiss guys do like chocolate.
That's
You know
what I'm saying.
If you know what I mean.
Because it's mint, bro.
Yeah, there it is mint, and there's also banks there. I see what Senzo's done, but yeah, Swiss guys, listen, European guys, they will come to South Africa and stay for reasons they didn't think they would stay for. It is gonna happen. Boy, oh boy.
Durant.
Lynette Durant.
Holy hell.
Jukkels. Bliksem.
Jemmels.
Dis nog 'n ding nou.
Yells, bells,
Ja, ek sê vir jou. Imagine,
Jemmels.
imagine the first day she got to Switzerland, right? And they out there, boom, boom, boom.
Yalla machtig.
Yeah. And she gets there and she's, I don't know what her husband's name is.
It's Robert.
Robert. So her husband's
Robert.
name's... Ja, Robert, ek soek 'n haarrag.
Nein.
Sê nee, 9, net 1.
You guys are...
You think that's how it's gone? Wow. Hey, is that not right, James? Would she not get there and say, ek soek 'n haarrag?
Why would she just suck a horror just because she's Afrikaans and in Switzerland?
Well,
No. She's about. Now she's on the charcuterie, my boy.
now it's a different life.
Come again?
Yeah, James doesn't know what a charcuterie board is. He's from the West End. I'll explain to you what a charcuterie board is now, James. But now imagine her getting there. What do you think she's ordered? Bobotie. And they're like, what the hell is this woman doing?
No, I'm not playing into this.
No, let's hear it.
stereotype
What do
thing.
Afrikaans people eat? You were going to say something.
I was going to say something, but then I decided I'm not playing into
No,
this
say it, James. Say it. We're trying to
stereotype
culture people. We have international listeners that need to know what Afrikaans people eat.
don't
Bobotie and a haarrag.
thing.
What else?
Maybe she was sucking for a cook sister.
And then Robert said, we don't cook our sisters here.
Yeah, no.
Nein, we don't cook our sisters here.
Ja, nein, mein Lieber. We don't cook here. Chocolate.
Chocolate.
Yeah.
What about a fit cook?
Where in Switzerland? Probably not. I mean,
Bratwurst, boy.
they're like, they got no time for that. They go, oh, time? We got to watch though. Yeah, sure. You know
We're
what I
always
mean?
on time.
Yeah, she probably got there and it was really...
She's going to say, yeah, I'll do it now.
Ja, nee, later. Ek sal jou later sien. And now he's going, yeah, I shouldn't have married this woman.
Yeah, I'll do it now.
Ja.
And he's standing there and he's like, what you still doing here?
Ja, Roger's crying. He's crying, hey, hail. Ja, kom. No, kom, no, Roger, hail. And this guy's like, Scheiße. What have I married into? This woman can't even keep time. My grandfather invented the clock probably or whatever, you know what I mean?
Scheiße.
Maybe that's why Roger's so good at tennis, because this guy was like, yo, this bobotie thing she cooks. I'm going to spend time at the tennis court at the tennis club. And then Roger was just like, yeah, well, I might as well. I love my dad. And then the dad one day just saw Roger playing.
He's like,
Hey, that guy's pretty good.
Roger doesn't often come out to South Africa, does he?
No ways.
what you doing?
He lifted 2 and I was like, I enjoy having
That guy, you know, tennis players, right? They normally move to Monaco and that.
Anyway to avoid tax, actually, yeah.
Roger Federer still lives in Switzerland.
Oh, yeah, I mean...
Soft life.
Yeah, I mean, there's no ways. James, you know what? He left at 2 years old, I believe it was when he left. Very early. I think it was 2. But he was like, probably at around 6, he was like, oh, I love having electricity all the time. No way I'm going back there. There's no way.
I love it when things are on time.
Yeah, well, I got to practice tennis at night. What happens then?
With the lights off, even.
And the thing about him is, I got to practice tennis at night, right? Is what he's thinking. And he's going, also, I have to be on time. Yeah, I'm in Switzerland. Like tennis matches, it's on TV.
And he did compulsory military service.
Who's that?
Roger Federer.
Of course he did. Of course he did. I'm telling you, that whole thing, his dad hates bobotie, right? But he loves his wife. And then she was making horrog and bobotie the whole time. And you know, the thing about Swiss
Not
people...
all Afrikaans people eat.
What's that?
It's not just horog and bobotie.
And biltong.
It's
what-
not. That's no.
Well, what else do Afrikaans people eat? What else do they make then, James? You tell us, Mr. Expert.
I was gonna say some things.
No, say it! No, say it! James, otherwise I just presume, because you're not willing to teach me, that they just eat horrogs and bobotie the whole time.
They have sandwiches, I guess. I don't know.
Samis.
Zalm. Ja, ek wil 'n zalm. They always say zalm. Ek nou honger. Wat soek jy? 'n Zalm. Met bologna, ja.
Met
James,
bologna.
What? Eh? James, what's wrong?
You guys are forgetting one delicacy.
Let's hear it.
Biltong.
Pampelmoes.
Boerewors.
Oh,
ja.
That's
Ja,
when-
nou machtig.
That's what.
Maar dis
Machtig.
vrek lekker.
Dis baie lekker.
Vrek lekker.
And they'll have it with what's it, the burri. Oh, you know what Afrikaans people love as well is they love to make those braaibroodjies.
Oh, de broodjies.
Too much.
Oh, dude, yes.
Talk about it, James.
They slap though.
Yes.
They slap.
What's in it? What's in a good braaibroodjie? Because a lot of people don't know what that is. Roger Federer's mom obviously making too much of it. The dad's like, I am out of here. I'm used to Swiss food. I'm staying at the tennis club where I can just have sophisticated food. Braaibroodjie, get into it, James.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Yes.
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 Talk about
so
it.
there's like so many different variations of it, right? So you can do it with so many different loaves and types of bread. So the way my mom does it, right, is she takes 2 normal slices of bread and then puts gang cheese
Yeah.
all over.
Yeah.
And then tomato.
Yep.
And then just black pepper.
Yeah.
All over it.
But that's a classic
And then
braaibroodjie.
You gotta put it on the braai and it all melts together. Oh, I'm so hungry right now.
Yeah.
Is jy honger?
No, honger, ja. Jy's nou honger. Ek's baie honger. Wat soek jy? Horrog, nee ma, 'n braaibroodjie.
Is that how you think conversations in Afrikaans houses go?
Well, at your house, yeah. And that's tough. You got an English name as well.
I do.
So what is how does your mum's probably going on? James,
No.
kom.
No.
Kom binne, dis koud.
No.
Yeah. All right. Shout out to Roger Federer's mom somehow figuring out German and actually how to make nice food so that Roger can come home at some stage. Although the dad probably just was at the tennis club the whole time and picked up that he is brilliant at tennis. So we got some social media. What else we got there, Senzo?
Oh, Skip Bayless.
Yes.
Actually, let me say this.
Skip.
He says, was Russell Westbrook's performance last night a great thing or a bad thing for LeBron James and the Lakers? Because he had an absolute meh.
Was Russell Westbrook's performance last night, obviously the OG of sports talk shows, Skip Bayless, I'm a huge fan. Was Russell Westbrook's performance last night a great thing or bad thing for LeBron and the Lakers? I think I've said it. I'm completely out on Russell Westbrook as a basketball player. I've actually never been a fan. So it's not good or bad in my eyes. I don't know what they were doing. He's not a winner. He's just a good individual.
He's just a stat packer.
Yeah. Some people are that, right? It's like he's a good baller, like on his own.
Just a triple-double.
So, but I don't know. We'll come back. LeBron comes back and we'll sort that out.
Yeah.
All right. What else we got there, Senzo?
Did you know Barcelona have only scored 1 away goal in all competitions this season?
1 away goal in all competitions this season. Barcelona Football Club.
Missing someone?
It's great graphicking there by James. I mean, you've got the past, obviously, in Leo Messi. He's not bad. Quite a hairy neck, Leo Messi. Never really noticed that about him. Can you not shave that? James, I don't want to say you're a hairy bloke, but you've got lots of hair. Can Leo Messi not shave his neck?
So the problem with shaving, right, is
It looks messy, eh?
that was terrible.
That's feedback. It's feedback. I mean, earlier I said feedback, so...
It was almost as bad as United's performance against Liverpool.
Oh, my God.
So
Wow.
the problem with shaving, right, is when you shave, certain areas, the hair grows back faster and thicker. So, like, if he was to shave his neck,
Yeah?
it would come back looking like he was a Sasquatch.
Like Chewbacca.
Yeah.
He'd look hilarious as well. He's quite short. It's like a hairy neck on a short guy.
I think he looks pretty dope with a beard, actually. Like, when he's got the full
Well, he
beard.
looks awkward without one.
Yeah.
Because he looks
for
like a
sure.
little, what they might say in Argentina,
Poga.
a bambino. He's a little
A
bambino.
little niño.
Leo! Yes, mama.
Why are we doing voices?
No, I'm saying without the beard. That's what he looks like.
Little niño.
Oh, that's what you say.
Leon.
Yeah. Lilinha.
Lilinho.
It's very cold.
It's cold.
And then if he's making a noise inside, she'd be going, Lilinho, afuera. Afuera.
Tranquilo, tranquilo.
Guys,
Leo
you've killed
Messi's-
welcome.
That is Leo Messi's mum.
I'm also getting questions as to where I got these people. You guys, welcome's asking me.
Yeah, I mean, listen. Leo's probably kicking the ball inside and his mama is trying to cook food, right? Afuera! Leo, afuera! That's Leo Messi. I mean, one of the greatest of all times. But this graphicking is unbelievable because that's Ansu Fati who has been... He's already been given the number 10, eh?
Hey, they're pinning his hopes too much. And you can see, like, it's not like he wanted it. It's like it was forced upon him.
Bloody hell. You know what that's like? That's like... Man, I would imagine what it would be like if a girlfriend I had, right? Then
You had a girlfriend?
no, hypothetically, I'm saying going from Leo Messi to Ansu Fati or being Ansu Fati right now is basically for Barcelona. It's really like if a girl had to date Tay Diggs and then have to date me afterwards. You know what I mean? That's how big. That's just a fall off the cliff. You know what I mean?
Oh.
Now Tay Diggs, there's a guy who has no problem shaving. By the way, James, his head is completely like a baby. His face always unbelievable.
Lenora.
He hasn't aged in 20 years?
Him and Morris Chestnut.
Which one's Tay Diggs?
Which one of what? Now, who else?
How do you explain
doesn't
to
know-
white guy?
Tay Diggs.
Have you seen Equilibrium with Christian Bale?
I'm just Googling it. Oh, this dude. I know this guy.
That face has not changed in 20 years.
No, he's been the same person for 20.
He is one of the most handsome human beings.
You know.
He looks airbrushed in real life, Tay Diggs.
Yeah, for real.
Do you know what I mean? That guy's... So, there we go. Maybe Leo Messi should be popping over to Tay Diggs' house going, "Hey, Tay, I need you to be shaving."
Why does he sound Mexican?
I don't know, because his mom said, "Afuera."
Why does he sound Mexican? Don't you mean Spanish?
This is madness. This is complete madness. Leo Messi is one of the gifts that the gods gave to us, and this is how we use his
The
name.
Messiah.
He is
Get
the
it?
Messiah, and this is how we play with his name.
Get it, Messiah?
I'm with you. You're
The
right.
spelling of it?
No, you're right. I get it, and it's good. The guys in the back don't like it as much, but I like it. That's good. The Messiah. And his mom said afuera. I mean, it's incredible. She didn't. I don't know that. But one thing for sure, Roger Federer's mom needs to stop cooking hot dogs because the dad needs to eat at home at some stage. Roger is old now, and Roger's never visiting because from what I've read, his lady's a difficult person. She is from the Baltic somewhere, I believe. I think she's Czech.
Who's this?
Roger's wife.
Mirka, yeah.
Mirka, yeah. She's from one of the Onkova places, very much in the middle there. So there's no way she's eating baboti or a hot dog or braai broikies. That's why nobody comes to Roger Federer's house for the holidays. The MKT Show. Plenty on the other side. Don't drink milk if you're lactose intolerant.
It's true.
Now, that has nothing to do with the show. It's just good medical advice. It really is. And I'd like everyone to take that on board. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
I think it's solid advice, hey? If you're lactose intolerant, don't drink milk.
Yeah. Because if you drink it, your feces aren't going to be solid.
It's going to be a mess. Who is afuera. So, there's that, you know. All right, a man with probably the greatest first name in the world, Mbulelo Gavin, says there is James Ilsley Harry and James Harden Harry. MKT cut James some slack. All right, James, that's actually, it sounded at the beginning, I'm pretty sure, because you're a sensitive person, you thought, oh no, Mbulelo's taking a shot at me, but actually in the end he's saying you're not as hairy as James Harden, if I'm reading that correctly.
The beard.
James Harden's beard.
Have you seen him without a beard?
Makes me feel insecure as a man.
Yeah, no, it is pretty fierce, isn't it?
Yeah, it's quite terrifying.
It's fantastic. What does he look like without a beard?
James Harden without a beard, I suppose.
James Softon.
Softon, I got you. That's good. See, that's good. James Softon. He goes from James Harden to James Softon. Tracy Bard says, Rob Lowe has not changed in about 40 years. That's very true. In fact, Rob Lowe has a doppelganger who is the GM for the Lakers.
Yes, Rob Pelinka.
Rob Pelinka. If you haven't seen a guy called Rob Pelinka.
He's swag though.
Yeah, he is a piece of work. Rob Pelinka, former agent, and now he is the GM of the Lakers. What a life. What a life. He's best buds with Jeannie Buss. I mean, that's the way to do it.
But he's swag though. He's cool. I like his.
You like his vibe? Yeah, he used to be an agent, so he is a salesman. All right, we were talking earlier about the top 10 rankings in football, in world football, and I have to go back there. I'm not good at moving on in life. So James, if you do have those for us, I mean, let's have a look at them quickly, because I want to make them make sense in my own head. You know, I'm not very good at making things make sense out there.
When has anything FIFA done made sense?
Oh, they did sell football, huh? To Qatar. So are we just overlooking that whole thing now, that PSG are part of a whole mess? Like, they're allowed to just stay at PSG.
That's why it's messy.
That is why it's messy. It's getting even more and more messy. It's quite incredible stuff. So the top 10 rankings. So who's at number 10?
It's Italy.
At number 10. Mm-hmm. So the current European champions, the strongest sort of football conglomerate in the world, which is Europe, they are 10th, is what you're telling me.
Mm-hmm. According to this thing that I have here.
Okay. Ninth,
it says Mexico.
Did they win Copa America? Or did America? No, not Copa America. What's the Gold Cup? Yeah, they would have won the Gold Cup.
Who?
Right?
Uruguay?
No. Mexico. Cause
but who do they play?
America. They play against Pulisic.
Captain America.
Okay.
Sorry, I don't want to be that guy.
Yeah.
But this is a different list.
Where did you get that one?
From FIFA.com
Okay.
/ Coca-Cola rankings,
Okay.
blah, blah, blah.
So that other site that I had.
Okay, but this is even worse.
Denmark.
What did Christian Eriksen, who is fine, by the way. Christian Eriksen is not dead. He's fine. He got up after a heart attack and is actually back at training. So why are Denmark there? Is this a sympathy thing for Christian Eriksen? Are we still hashtag Eriksen?
Denmark are, I mean, I don't know if they're top 10.
They are not top 20.
They're decent.
No. It's not 1992.
But they made a Euro semi and they're doing well in World Cup qualifiers.
Who was in the final? Italy and?
England. Football is coming.
Football's coming. No. Denmark can't be the top 10, guys. Think about what we're saying.
Also, the World Cup qualifiers, they didn't concede a single goal.
So Denmark are not better than Uruguay. Denmark are not better than... I mean, who's... all right, number 10.
No better than Germany.
Oh, yes. Where's Germany?
Like 13th or something.
All right, number 10, Denmark. Now, we probably need to do some better production here and actually find the official stuff. James says this is the official one. Mexico are in 9th place. Portugal, for whatever reason, are in 8th. I don't know what they're doing in the top 10. Spain, who have been awful since 2012, are 7th for whatever reason.
Oh, but Spain got to Euro semi and they ended Italy's unbeaten streak recently. Ooh. I'm just saying.
7th in the world.
Hey, yeah, Spain.
Argentina are 6th. The champions of South America. Arguably, not arguably, the second hardest sort of football conglomerate, I would say, after Europe. They're the champions of that, by the way. They are. I know that for a fact. And weren't they in the final before? I think they would have lost to Brazil in the tournament before.
Yeah.
Okay.
Chile. Yeah.
England, who have never won anything in international football, are 5th. Italy at number 4. Okay, that's starting to make a bit of sense. France are above them for whatever reason. Okay, that's fine. I can live with France. Maybe a bit of carryover from the World Cup, and they were in the Euro semi-final, hey?
No.
Quarterfinal?
Yeah.
Okay, makes no sense. Brazil, that are second.
No idea.
I think it's difficult for people to realize this. Brazil have not won the World Cup since 2002. This is vibes. And then at number 1, you know what? You know
They
what?
haven't made a. The best they've done is quarterfinals.
Brazil. They're a shambles. You can't have Neymar as your hope.
Yo, they can't get off the quarterfinal hump.
Oh, that's what happens.
Oh, no, they made the semi where they got obliterated by Germany.
Germany
In Brazil.
Germany actually broke Brazil, hey? 7-1.
Psychologically.
Yeah, 7-1 with the whole thing at the Maracanã. It's not supposed to happen. That's not what it was built for. At number 1, you know why Belgium are first? Because they got Roberto Martinez. And people like him.
And they make waffles.
They do make he's a waffle.
Waffles.
Yeah? Is that what they're doing? You're a piece of work. Good mayonnaise as well. Been to a mayonnaise festival in Belgium. James, what you got to say, pal?
Can I read you the to the top 20, which actually sounds like more of a top 10 than the top 10 does.
Let's hear it.
Netherlands 11th, Germany 12th. I was lying. This list is just getting worse. USA 13, Switzerland 14, Uruguay 15,
Uruguay.
Colombia 16, Sweden 17, Croatia 18, Wales 19, and Senegal 20.
Senegal?
Senegal are good though.
How do we know that? Are they the African champions?
No, Algeria.
So what are we doing? What have Senegal done in the last... What are we doing here? Algeria are unstoppable, right?
Well, they're champions of Africa.
So why are Senegal above Algeria? How? Or maybe there's something I don't know.
Who knows at this stage? When does anything that FIFA do make sense?
What if every World Cup's just in Qatar from now on?
Don't be surprised.
Because you know what would be cool? Just move the final, the stadium for the final. If I'm Qatar, I just say,
Dude, the final's in a stadium that hasn't been built yet.
No, that's what I'm saying. Is every year just build a new stadium, same country, but no, it's a different World Cup.
What a life.
What an awesome, awesome world. All right, Jimbo, let's take some questions from people who have taken the time actually to join us. If you are joining us for the first time, please click like. That is the up thumb. Or if you hate the show, click the down thumb, which means you don't like this, which is weird that you've stayed for 2 hours or so with us. But that's fine. That's your problems, and you can pay for a psychologist. I'm not here for that. And also, please remember, if you're joining us for the first time, welcome. Please subscribe to the channel. We are on our way to 1,000. Michael says, the FBI are like black mothers. I believe he's quoting me there. BLM just had a heart attack. Yeah, I mean, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. I do believe they're like black mothers, though. They don't just leave their comfort zone for nothing. Incredible scenes. A guy being paid 100 million euros.
2 guys.
For the patent, huh? Incredible. Tracy Bard says, you need to watch Jim Jeffries Intolerant on Netflix for a blow-by-blow account of what happens when a lactose intolerant gets some lactose. That toilet seat needs a seatbelt. Yeah, Jim Jeffries, hilarious Australian guy. Australian humor is the best. Puck you miss. Those who know.
Puck you miss.
Puck you miss.
Jonah Takaloa.
Jonah. It's awesome, isn't it?
Miss.
Puck you.
Puck you miss.
Boy, I love it. Jason this is Morule. Oh, that's a tough one. What would you go with this, Enzo? Jason Morule. Morule. I think it's black guy.
I've got no idea.
That's tough because it could be. Could be Morule. That's tough. Could be an old school, like, more English surname. You know what I mean?
Or it could be from New Zealand.
Oh, they do have those ridiculous surnames. Jason, okay. Jason, you are now from New Zealand, mate. You are the 6th person.
Person?
Yeah, so what time is it? 6?
Rugby's rugby.
Yeah.
It's not rocket science. Do the physicality.
Puck humus.
Fish and chips for the kids.
Yeah.
The kids.
Oh, mate. Just play a bit of footy down the paddock. That's what they say. They sound ridiculous in New Zealand.
Can you help me carry these boxes?
What is it? Beach days. I'm beach days.
I'm beached.
Now you have. This is Jason. I'm not sure if you've seen it. Because Jason, now that is not the attitude of a can-do coconut.
Can-do coconut.
Jermaine, Brett, present. Jermaine, present. Right, guys, don't have any gigs for you today.
It was Murray Hewitt Productions. New Zealanders have given us Flight of the Conchords, for those who don't know what we're talking about now.
Guys, Jason just wants his question answered, that's all.
But I don't know where's Jason's from. You got to know, because I have to present the right tone. New Zealanders known as very conservative people. All right, so Jason, this is Jason. He has the attitude of a can-do coconut. Jason Morrule, mate, probably from Warangawalula, Wangu, or whatever. There's probably a place like that in New Zealand. He says, a question for Mbulelo. Who are Chelsea FC's biggest rivals? Do you have any? Now, that's
Fulham.
It's a little bit of a slight shot. Now, actually, the biggest rivals, although closest Fulham, that is obviously the easy answer. Actually, the biggest rival is Crystal Palace, for those who don't know. Or Crystal Palace of the active ones now. Right? There were bigger rivalries back in the day, but Crystal Palace, there is a shot at Chelsea. A lot of people think the Crystal Palace kit is originally Crystal Palace. If you go to the 80s, that red and blue kit, people say, oh, you guys took Crystal Palace's kit. Be very aware, Chelsea had that kit in the 80s. There's actually a big fight about that kit. So Palace of the ones that are now, of course, Fulham is, of course, in that area, that West London area is the club, but they are not Chelsea's biggest. And then if you're looking for actually the club that Chelsea hates most is Tottenham. John Terry famously, when he left Tottenham, or when he left Chelsea, he said, guys, I don't mind, but we must never, I don't mind if we're Western United or any of these other clubs. We will never lose to Tottenham, is what he says. So Tottenham, the biggest rival in the Premier League. But trust me, I've been to Crystal Palace, Chelsea as well. Boy, oh boy. You need to have your head on a swivel for that one. Lulama Kawaga saying, do they vote for the teams via mail-in fraud? Surely Chippa United is number one. Now, Chippa United would be number one. They just don't play in Europe. So I do hear you there. Lulama. What else we got there, Jimbo, in terms of questions? People asking, questioning, always questioning. Mbulelo Gavin says, yeah, right, Belgium is the biggest footballing nation with the population of KZN. That's very true. They are, they're pretty good, but no, man, they're not number one.
Evidently not.
Is it a vibe thing?
Frauds.
It's a lie, eh? Is Roberto Martinez going to be the next,
Because he's a nice guy.
He is a nice guy, married to a Scottish lady. Good for him. Good.
He's very polished.
Yeah, he is very. He's important. I got De Bruyne, Lukaku. He's a good squad.
Hazard.
Yeah, Eden Hazard.
Tactically, we have to be better.
It's a good squad.
The boys need to gel.
He's a good squad. I got Kevin. He's a good player. He's very influential.
Al-Sakiko.
Ollie out says Al-Sakiko on Saturday. Tottenham versus Man U. Now, Al-Sakiko, of course, both managers are in hot water. Nuno Espirito Santo with also a great beard. I think he's a little bit safer. Okay, let's be adults about this for a second. Tottenham 2-0. They beat you guys. Ollie survives. Ollie goes.
That is the great conundrum.
I don't think Ollie can go, but it hasn't gone to plan at Spurs, eh? It's a bit of a mess there as well. It's a bit of a mess. Don't fire Mourinho.
It's a hurricane.
See, now you're on fire. You're on fire. You're saying it's a hurricane.
Yeah, and fire comes from the sun.
James, are you hearing the madness in here?
Yeah, hurricane because Harry Kane plays for them.
And then also because fire, comes from the sun. That's James Ilsley tapping his fingers. Hurricane. I like it. James, you know what's happened with James? Is now he's realized he's going to have to shave his hairy neck because Leo Messi is the only person who can rock it. Maybe that's what's going through James's mind right now. Also, maybe he didn't like it that we were comparing his mom to Roger Federer's mom with the Afrikaans accent for Braaibrookies as well.
Hey, look. They're both responsible for two great sons.
Two great sons. One is a little bit better. He lives in Switzerland. Now, James, just also on the Braaibrookie thing, Afrikaans people get quite touchy about the fire, obviously boerewors and whatever. Are you allowed to sort of get near the fire at home? I mean, chef, are you that guy?
There was actually a point where it was encouraged to make the fire and do the whole thing. So
it's probably because your mom, she's Afrikaans. She's probably going, I have to raise a son who can actually look after a braai because no woman would ever like a guy who can't braai. You know what I mean?
No, it was more my dad.
Now, a lot of people don't know that he is like a Michelin like level chef guy, right?
Yeah, sure.
He's doing it, hey?
Yeah, he's living his best life. He is.
That must be terrible for you, James. It's like, get out the kitchen here. You're probably thinking, oh, God. And because, especially with young guys like you, James, I know what happens. We've all been through this. You move out and you figure out one meal, right? And now you think, oh, I'm
Gordon Ramsay.
I'm Ramsay. Why? Because, Mom, you have to taste my pasta. And now, you know what's horrible? Is they have to let James do it because he never visits anymore because they live 1,200 kilometers away. Which is, it's not his fault that now he thinks he's Salt Bay. And then they taste it and his dad can't say, this is trash. I want to put this in the toilet.
This is dribble.
Yeah. Because he knows how to cook pasta. He knows how to make it to the bite, al dente, if you will.
Even from scratch.
Yeah. He probably, like you say, he's making his own pasta, literally. Then James is bringing, I don't know, I don't want to say any brands, but he's, James obviously doesn't have the same budget as his parents who worked for 25 years in the corporate world. He's still buying nonsense that's got every single preservative in the world, whereas his dad is probably like preying on it and
gluten-free.
Yeah, the tears of Jesus are in the pasta they have. James brings his like 13 rand pasta home and he has to cook it for his parents.
Probably uses the sacred knives to cut cheese.
Yeah, and it's that disgusting processed cheese as well. Oh. And he's using like normal fish oil. You know what I mean?
Oh,
and
he's just the olive oil. He's banging it, boy.
No. The olive oil's too high for James. They don't let him use that at home because he's wasteful. You bachelors that live alone. I know what they're like. James, fish oil. There's no way guys like James aren't spending money on grapeseed oil, and he gets home now, and now his dad can't say anything. Like he just has to. Very good. Yeah, that's it. Probably because do they have dogs, James?
No, 2 cats.
Cats are terrible. All right, let's read Henry's comment here. Henry says, the broken man looks better today. It's more sensible to just move on. Oh, come on, Henry. Come on, buddy. Hey?
That's top corner.
That's better than any of Senzel's puns in the last 2 days.
Sensible. No, sensible. Henry, give that man a belt. Hey? Oh, Henry.
There goes that man.
Mama, there goes that man. If you don't watch the NBA, you won't know what I'm talking about there. All right, shout out to Henry. What else we got there, Jimbo? I like that. Sensible. Hey? I mean, I like that people are into the puns now.
Yeah, we're punny guys.
Yeah, we are punny guys. If you're watching on YouTube, please click like and subscribe. You have to subscribe. Otherwise, what are we doing here? You know what I mean? Otherwise, this relationship's no good. Well, what are we getting out of it? We're just here talking to ourselves. We want to talk to more people. And by the way, the goal of this show is to make people smile, by the way. It's like, I know we're a sports show, but like a big thing for me is, especially in lockdown, I have realized, boy, oh boy, people are going through stuff. And so our biggest goal is to actually make 1 million people smile a day. That is the goal of this show one day. Michael says, you guys are now pontificating. Now, that's very, very good. Huh? All right, who knew?
That's good punctuation.
You know what it is? That's great what you've done there. Is now you have to worry about the future of the world, is that there are clearly intelligent people like Michael watching this show.
Markle!
Oh,
Markle!
James Markle de Brolio's on our show!
Markle!
Oh, no! I'm Markle de Brolio! If it's not your fault, it shouldn't be your
problem.
Markle de Brolio watches our show. Oh, a little bit of legal help. He will comment while he's getting people out of trouble. Hey, like, what kind of stuff do you think Michael de Brolio's into? Like divorces or like car accidents? Or can you remember?
There's the one advert that he does where he's walking in a green screened car accident.
Okay, so he's doing all of that stuff.
Yeah, and he's like, "Ha, I'm Michael de Brolio."
So he probably gets there on the scene. He's like, "Ha, guys, number one, I just want to say I'm Michael de Brolio." All right, I'm glad we got that out the way.
Michael.
Yeah.
Here's my card.
I'm Michael de Brolio, but you can call me Markle or Mark.
Yeah, or Mark. My friends call me Mark, but I just met you, so Markle for you. All right. Okay, I'm Michael de Brolio. I just got you. What's the problem? Because if it's not your problem,
sir,
or it's not your fault, it's not your problem.
Mr. Michael, Mr. de Brolio, man, 3 people died in this car accident.
All right, that's fine. Listen, guys.
Here's
I
my
charge-
card.
Yeah. Number one, I charge 5,000 Rand an hour. Let's get that out the way. Tragic about the death as well, by the way. I mean, that is terrible, but business is business.
Don't worry, I got you covered.
But I'm Marco De Broglie. If it's not your fault, shouldn't be your problem. I'm just saying that death is terrible.
You're a lawyer, attorney person. I don't actually need your help. I just stopped as an innocent bystander.
No, look, listen. I think I know your sister. You look a little bit like Janine from down the road. I see her Pick and Pay all the time. Tell her it's $5,000 an hour. I know her marriage is going through some stuff.
Why do you know my sister?
Well, I saw her Pick and Pay. You look like her. I mean, hey, sorry. How long is this conversation going to go? I charge $5,000 an hour.
My time is precious, bro.
Because I'm Marco De Broglie.
Time is money, bro.
And I'm still Marco De Broglie.
Got another meeting, eh?
Listen, if it's not your fault,
Shouldn't be your problem.
Marco De Broglie, well, what kind of life is that guy living that he's commenting on our show?
I really hope the Michael that is watching the show isn't insecure about their name or anything.
What is I mean, maybe put your surname in your handle then. You know what I mean? It's not our fault.
Maybe he enjoys privacy.
What, this Michael?
Yeah.
You think so? What do you think he does for a living, this Michael, who doesn't put a surname? Who is this guy? Or girl?
I think they
Yes, smart.
are a very successful actuarial scientist.
Actuarial scientist. Why does he have the time? Because actuarial scientist, my cousin who, I've lived in her road for 8 months. We still haven't seen each other. We do actually get along. They work 26 hours a day. So what is Michael doing if he's an actuarial scientist watching this show?
I actually lied. Michael is, he does music.
Nah, you know what I think he is? Your guesses are terrible. Strikes me as like a pastry maker. You know, because if he's watching this show, I got to imagine he's put in the croissants into the oven now, and this is that gap where they're still rising. You know what I mean? Senzo, you're a big fan of croissants? My mom loves
No,
them.
thanks.
No croissants for you.
Croissants are dope.
So what are you saying? No croissants?
No, I'll eat them, but
What's your?
I'm
Are
indifferent.
you a pastry guy?
Nah.
What's your thing? What's your dessert or
Dessert, ice cream,
ice cream? What kind? Vanilla.
straight away.
Vanilla. Do you do the chocolate sauce on
Oh,
top?
yes. Best believe.
James.
I hate tiramisu, hate trifle,
Yeah.
hate malva pudding.
What?
Afrikaans guy and malva pudding, a massive Afrikaans staple. Do not lie, James.
Dude, Malva pudding is the damn one.
But it is an Afrikaans staple, eh?
It has to be warm, and then you have to pour like cold/room temperature custard over it.
Malva pudding. Best dessert.
In the world. That or milk tart.
Milk. That's what's killing Roger Federer's dad. Because boy, oh boy, if Afrikaans people love one thing, it is milk that. And boy, you go to the fairs, there's like 8 different types of lemon meringue
Yeah.
and milk tart.
Oh, I hate lemon meringue pie.
Tunnies and baking, bro. Ooh.
They put too much sugar in as well.
Ja, kooksuster. Ja.
Omar, the more sugar, the merrier. You know?
No, I don't know. Like I wish, like put less sugar.
Omar, did you want to put that entire bag of sugar in there? Yes, you did? Okay, continue.
Michael says we're pontificating. So what conclusion have we come to on Michael? Is he a good person or not? Why doesn't he put his surname, do you think? Or like, what are we up to here?
Do you know it's like on Superbad? McLovin? Why do you have one name? Who do you think you're, a seal?
Yeah, no, that's exactly it. So shout out to Michael who needs all the privacy. Although, James, now that you're saying it, why does he need privacy if he's a baker? Like who is he? Is he baking for Barack Obama?
How do we know Michael's a baker?
Because I have to presume now what he's doing now, right, is he's taking a break because the croissants are rising in the oven.
Let me interrupt you. He's not a baker because his little picture on YouTube here is guitar, like guitar strings. So I think he's like
Guitar teacher.
Starting a band, baby.
No, I know what's happened here. He's a guitar teacher, and you know how annoying rich kids are. He's just like, okay, go play this guitar in the lounge, and he's like, oh, I'm gonna go watch this show instead.
Yeah, I'm gonna go watch the MKT show where they pretend to talk about sport.
No, we did speak about sport.
So
mate.
Michael's a guitar teacher. That's what's happened here. Is he teaches little annoying brats that have you know.
You want to play like Jimi Hendrix?
Yeah, no, you don't. And then
on.
you don't practice at home. Yeah, you know what I mean. All right. Well, we can take Michael's comment off now. I mean, I've had enough of guessing. So shout out to him. Do you think he's good at the guitar?
I think he's phenomenal.
You're just saying that because you're a nice person. I mean, I haven't heard anything Michael's played. I'm not going to make a comment. Like, what do you think, Zenzo? I think he's mediocre. People with, you know, if there's one thing I know, I don't know a lot of things. People with no surnames, terrible at the guitar. Terrible. So.
But Michaels are generally good at things.
You reckon? Michael De Broglie.
My
Phelps.
second name's Michael.
I mean, there's exceptions to every rule. Michael Phelps.
Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan.
Michael Tyson.
Michael Tyson.
Michael Jackson.
I don't like the fact that he had kids sleeping over, so I can't.
But he was a talented musician.
It's tough for me to overlook the kids sleeping over. I mean, Macaulay Culkin's ruined forever now.
Michael Scott.
Michael Scott.
Man, so Michael's the name to have, huh? But
Michael Caine.
oh my goodness, all-timer.
Michael Gambon.
Michael Keaton.
The great Michael Keaton.
Michael Gambon.
Michael McIntyre-ish. I realized as I was saying it, I was like, he's not really a...
Panakuka.
All right, Henry says, Henry, another person, no surname. What does Henry do?
Henry is a handyman. Because Henry the handyman.
I like it. I can go with it. Henry the handyman says, you forgot pannenkoek and cook sisters. Now, pannenkoek and incredible stuff. Of course, that's pancakes, but no Afrikaans person will call it that except James, is they do love pannenkoek as well. All the syrup in the world. And how much, cinnamon can you put on there?
Cinnamon sugar, dude. You just gotta pour it. All of it.
You know what's happened here is you've got to say the greatest husband of all time is Roger Federer's dad, because he has been putting up with the worst food in the world. Bobotie, some of the worst stuff in the world. That yellow rice, inedible.
Unenedible.
I didn't even know where to go with that. It is
Unenglishable.
Yeah, just inedible. It's terrible. Yellow rice, bobotie.
But dat is vrek lekker.
Vrek lekker. All right. No, James, what else we got? Shout out to Henry, by the way. Henry the handyman, who's, pannenkoek. Yeah, you like pancakes?
I like waffles though.
Guys, you know what slaps? Can I tell you what slaps?
Tell me.
Saturday morning, boerewors rolls from like outside the builder's warehouse.
Because it reminds you of school.
Slaps, dude.
Outside the builder's warehouse.
It reminds you of school though. It reminds you of Saturday.
Yeah,
You know
exactly.
what? You know what? You've actually just told me the reason why Roger Federer isn't South African.
Because he hates boerewors
No,
rolls.
because I'll tell you what happened. One day, obviously Roger Federer's mom saying, what's his name again? Roger Federer's dad?
Roger Federer's dad.
Yeah.
Robert.
Robert, word wakker. Ons moet nou 'n spyker koop. Right? Obviously.
Okay.
Now, where do they go and get the spyker?
Builder's warehouse.
Ek's nou honger. Ons moet 'n boerewors-rol hê. And then he tasted it and he said, my children will not
Yeah.
grow up here.
And eat this dribble.
There's offal in here. I'm from the Swiss Alps. You think my child is going to eat the thing like pig's hooves? My child. I made that with my penis. There's no way.
Nah, guys.
And then he said to all of you, I'm going to leave this country because there's never electricity and the potholes are the size of a swimming pool. Auf Wiedersehen. We're getting out of here. We're going to eat some Swiss cheese and maybe win a couple of titles at Wimbledon.
And we're going to be on time.
That's what happened. Now, I'm not saying the Afrikaans community is the reason Roger Federer represents Switzerland and not South Africa. But we have to be willing to say that one day at Builder's Warehouse, where Roger's mom says, Ek is honger. She forced her husband, and history was changed forevermore.
And that was the difference between having one of the best tennis players in the world coming from or representing our country and deciding to represent Switzerland.
And where did you say she was from?
Kempton Park.
There was no way he was staying. Imagine the first day he came from Zurich and he landed in Kempton Park.
Firstly, he was late. Everything wasn't on time.
And it's Kempton Park by the airport, eh? Ugh, it's the East. Ugh, there was no way. There's no way Roger Federer could stay in this country. There's no way. And James's mom, who loves pannenkoek, bobotie, and her son, has just left James again. So James, a little sadder today. His mother has left. She's gone back to the coast where she prefers her life. She did not stay with James here at all. He didn't pay for a single meal while she was here. I can definitely confirm that. He didn't even try. He didn't even offer. I mean, he didn't buy her even one pannenkoek. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been the MKT Show. Senzo, great stuff. To the boys in the back, great stuff. Just like Leo Messi's mom is, Leo, you should leave the club now. You should go to PSG. We need a retirement. I'm getting old.
We need more pesos.
It's more
Mucho dinero.
Boy, oh boy. Leo Messi's mom, huh? Leo, stop kicking the ball inside. I mean, you make a mess. Leo Messi.
Lilinho.
Hey, Lilinho. She's saying Lilinho.
I'm in so much pain.
James, what are you talking about?
It all hurts.
Leo Messi's mom. She says, Leo, stop kicking the ball inside.
You're not a small boy anymore.
Okay, but you're 35, you're still small. It don't make no sense, Leo.
But you're good at football.
Football pay the bills.
Pay the bills.
You kick it around. Okay, Leo, go outside. I don't like your wife. Afuera. The MKT show's done. That's it. Leo Messi's fine, by the way. That's not how his mom sounds. It's not. It's ridiculous. Kempton Park, the east of Johannesburg, costing South Africa again. We could have had Roger Federer, but no, Kempton Park existed. And then James's people invented Boerewors rolls. And then a Swiss man came here, produced Roger Federer,
And
right?
he said 9.
Auf Wiedersehen. Just like the MKT Show. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been the MKT Show. For now, we are the hell out of here.